Come on, Lorianne, it's about to storm. Okay, Mom. Hello? Huh? Wait. That was the first death in Derry in 30 years. You're probably wondering, what kind of sick clown would kill a little girl? Broad daylight in the middle of a storm. Well, this just isn't any clown. This is the clown. It, the clown, Pennywise, the dancing clown. This is the original It. Oh my God. Yo, I know dang well this clown did not just eat this little girl in the middle of the day. He didn't even take her whole body. He just ate her arm off. You know, the biggest difference between Pennywise and the new and the old movies is that at least in the new movies, he takes their whole body down to them sewers. You know, the kids just go missing. This one don't always take the kids with him. He just eats parts of their body and leaves them. Now, you're probably wondering, who the heck is this black guy? Like, is that Tia and Tamara's father from Sister Sister? Well, actually, that's Tim Reed, AKA Mike Hanlon. And you're probably like, oh my God, Mike is an adult? Well, that's something else that's different about the original It. You see, part 1 of 2017 It starts with the kids and their perspective. And then in part 2, you get the adult's perspective. But in the original It was like a mini series that came on ABC. So all of these different episodes add up to this one movie. So the perspective is through the adults the entire time. And everything you see about the kids is through flashbacks. It's very important to give you that context because now we're about to meet Billy. Billy and his wild habitat, writing a story that'll probably never get published. And if it does get published, it'll probably get turned to a movie that's gonna flop at box office. The monster slowly caresses her body as he waits for his victim. It's midnight. A party just erupted, and this monster is feeding on his prey. Dangerous, dark, evil, a demonic spirit, one that would capture his prey and never get caught for it, except for the one time he did get caught for it. But then he actually got off pretty easy. They just gave him a transportation for prostitution charge, even though they caught him with 1,000 bottles of baby oil. This monster is P. Diddy. Yo, my man Billy got a wife in this? Did he have a wife in the new movie? I don't think he did. Anyways, Mike is calling everybody in the Loser Club, starting with Billy. Hey, is this Mike? Yes. Who is this? Man, it's Mike, man. Hey, listen, man, it's come back. It came back? No. And in this moment, we get Billy's backstory and the sad final day of Georgie's life. It's pretty typical to the 2017 It. I mean, he gets the sailboat, goes down in the cellar, acts like a big pussy, and then he goes and sails his boat. Look at the fake rain though. Like, you can tell this rain is fake, bro. They got sprinklers over him. Yo, at least this Georgie doesn't smack his head on the barricade like the other one. 2017 Georgie's an idiot. And here's Pennywise. Hiya, Georgie. What you gonna say hello? Don't you want a balloon? I'm not supposed to take anything for strangers. Why's your nose red like that? Shut your ass up, kid. Listen, I'm Pennywise, the dancing clown, and you're Georgie. We're not strangers anymore. Georgie, don't you want a balloon? It's all sorts of stuff down here. Rides, trampoline parks, Ice Spice. Ice Spice is down there? Oh, I want to go down there. Does the balloon float? Of course it does, kid. When you're down here with me, you'll float too. And just like that, Pennywise ate Georgie, and Billy started hallucinating. Like right now, look at this photo album. Georgie's pictures winked at him. Why is there blood flying out of this photo album? Must have been that time of the month for that photo album. Somebody get him some pads. Anyways, Billy snaps back to reality like Eminem in 8 Mile, and he decides he's gonna stick true to his promise, that he's gonna go confront Pennywise and stop him once and for all. Yo, Billy, hold on. I sound like Billy. Y'all just heard that? Well, it sounded like I was trying to do the remix. But I ain't gonna hold you though, Billy. You got a crazy mole on your face, boy. It reminded me of that Austin Power joint. Moly. Somebody get that growth off his face. Anyways, here's Ben. And I'm not gonna lie, my man Ben, once again, rich, got the shorties with him, drunk as hell. You know, I don't think he was drunk in the 2017 version, but it doesn't matter. All you need to know is that in this version, he ain't just some fancy businessman. He's getting the hoes. Riz is outrageous. Bro, he got a Time magazine? Yo, stop playing with him. You know they called him Haystack when he was a kid because he was built like one? Should have called him Cattle. Oh yeah, I love your body, baby. Oh, me too. Oh. You know, I used to be a fat kid. Yeah, like a butterball. You like that? Hold on, my phone's ringing. Ring, ring, ring. Pick up the phone, nigga. Ring, ring, ring. Hey, pick the phone up, cuz. Yo, hello? Hey, man, it's Mike, man. What's up, man? This Haystack. Yeah, it's him, man. What's up, bro? What, you need a couple dollars or something? Hey, man, shut your ass up, man. I don't need no money. I mean, hold on. How much money we talking? Hold on. Never mind, man. That's besides the point. Listen, man, it came back, man. It came back? Well, what you mean it came back? And that's exactly what I said, man. It came back. Now get your stuff together and get over here pronto. Don't take your fat ass to that roof and jump off either, man. We need you. Enter Ben's flashback, where he gets made fun of by Belch and Henry Bowers, the worst people of all time. Well, mainly Henry Bowers, because who told him to dress like this? Bro, are we watching Grease right now? Why does every douchebag got a leather jacket and swoopy hair? You know what I just also noticed? They didn't really flesh out Henry Bowers' character that much in this original one. I mean, you know, in that 2017 one, we got that whole story about his dad being a cop and him kind of being abusive, but we don't get any of that in this, which is crazy because it's 3 hours long. Anyways, my man Ben leaves school and he meets Beverly, the love of his life. Anyways, after talking to the love of his life and finding out that he's getting curved like a protractor, he runs into Henry Bowers. And in this one, Henry tries to carve his name in him, but he gets kicked in his nuts first. I guess back then they didn't want to show some kid getting a name carved into him. Makes a lot of sense. But anyways, my man Ben starts running and somehow he fits into this pipe. I don't know what type of Mario Brothers shit he was on, but how in the hell did his big ass fit in this pipe? Bro, it ain't no way that this pipe was big enough for him to fit in, bro. Now I know that's mad AO. I'm talking about big pipes right now, but that's besides the point. Don't be asking no questions and you ain't gonna get no silly answers, all right? Anyways, Ben meets Billy and Eddie. They're down there working on a dam right now. For some reason, I don't know. It's 1960, so I was gonna make an Angry Beavers reference, but it's 1960, so I don't think they would have ever seen that. Now you see, my man Ben stays in the house with his mom, his aunt, and his cousin. Now you see, his dad died, so his mom's been put in a little tough predicament. So they gotta stay with a douchebag aunt and his shitty cousin. Kind of like Harry Potter, except for Ben doesn't have to live under the steps, and he probably wouldn't be able to fit under the steps because he's fat, but that's besides the point. Now Ben gets into it with his cousin because his cousin finds and starts reading the poem that he made for Beverly, and his mom is trying to reason with him like, look man, I know that you hate it here, but we gotta just lay low, be quiet, bide our time, everything will be fine. But obviously my man Ben don't want to hear that. He rides off into the sunset on his bike, which I don't know how it's holding him because he's a big boy. That bike has no shocks on it. Like I know them tires were screaming for dear life. So he goes down to the creek, and this is his first encounter with Pennywise. See, my man Pennywise and shapeshifted into his dad and acted like he was still alive. Son, Ben, come here. What the fuck? Dad? Hey son, hey, my home's down here now. Come on, you want a balloon? They float. And after scaring him half to death, he then tries to grab him out of the swamp as some algae covered skeleton. What the fuck is that? Bro, are we in Resident Evil? What is that? Now we have Beverly, who ended up with somebody that's just as crappy as her dad. Beverly went through all of that just to end up with a douchebag. Cycles, I tell you. I mean, look at him, telling her not to contradict him again in front of Pam. Who was Pam? I mean, it's the woman that just left the room a second ago, but that's besides the point. Either way, bro, you know how this is gonna go. Kind of like it did in the 2017 version. He goes home after he strikes a deal. But you know, in this one, you got this whole interaction with them at work and they work together and she's some sort of like designer. But I don't think any of that happened in the other one. But in this one, her beating his ass didn't change. Bro, she just smacked him dead in his head with what seems to, what is that actually? Is that hair product? Bro, I ain't gonna lie, she smacked fire out of him with that jaw. Look how it thudded on his forehead. Oh yeah, he definitely got a concussion. And if you ever come near me again, I'll kill you, Bev. You need me, Bev. Bro, I ain't gonna lie though. Well, you know, it is the middle of the night and a guy called and she's going to Maine. So, I mean, is he tripping? I mean, yeah, for hitting her. But I'd be worried too, like what is going on? But I mean, I guess he could have been a better partner and asked her to explain it to him. Bro just decided to strike her and then went and got a belt out of the closet. It's like a random Saturday night at Chris Brown's house. So she goes to Maine. And then we get her flashback story where her dad tried to beat her because Ben wrote her a poem. You're already running off with a 12-year-old boy? No, Dad, I'm not. Get off of me. Get back over here, Bev. Won't you make me say it again? No. And then she runs off and ends up meeting up with Ben and goes to the Barrens where she gets introduced to Billy, Eddie, Richie, and Stan. Now that everybody's met each other and they call Stan a Jew, which I don't even know if that's allowed to be said, but I mean, it is what it is. They build a dam. You know what? I'm just wondering, why are they even building this dam in the first place? Like, what are they trying to accomplish with this? Well, it looks like Beverly has the hots for Billy, which kind of sucks because she ends up thinking that Billy wrote her that poem, but really it was Ben. Now she goes home and we get the infamous bathroom scene where dead kids are talking to her through a sink. Beverly, help us. Help. Wait, who are you? I'm Matthew O'Connor. I'm Victoria Newman. We're the dead kids. You know, if I saw a giant balloon pop out of my sink and explode with blood, I'd probably move out. I mean, she should have already moved out because her dad's beating her, but that's besides the point. This would have been the straw that broke the camel's back. Bro, there's no way that this man, Eddie, completely random. I know that we jump from Beverly seeing a bunch of blood in the sink and her dad caressing her face like a weirdo to Eddie still being with his mom. Bro, you are a grown ass man. Well, it's time to get Eddie's flashback and everybody's in the movie theater. Hold on. First off, there's 2 floor movie movie theaters? Bro, I've never been in a movie theater that had 2 floors. I don't know if it's because I'm just in a small town and my movie theater isn't that big, or if that's because they don't exist anymore, but that's crazy. But anyways, everybody is being loud in this movie. Like how y'all gonna be loud like this? Anyways, they done spilt a whole bunch of drink on the top of Henry Bowers and his friends and popcorn, which is kind of crazy because they are insane. Why would y'all do that to them? Just asking to get smoked. Now, eventually they all dip off and they end up taking Eddie home, and they get confronted by his crazy mom, who tells them not to take showers with the boys this week, to stay away from germs, which makes no sense. Like, why would you tell someone not to wash up, to stay away from germs? Like what are we talking about? It's like his mom's never heard of antibacterial soap, and that's the problem with that generation. They're all dirty. All right, I'm just kidding. I have no idea how the hygiene was back then, but it probably had to be worse than now. So my man goes to school and he almost doesn't take a shower until his gym coach stops him. And Lordy, I don't know why this kid went in to take a shower by himself, but this man Pennywise done turned all of the shower heads into some freaky shit. Because what is going on right now? Bro, this looks terrible. Like, what type of category on the hub was this? Shower head porn? Like what is going on right now? And how did Pennywise just break open the ground like this? Bro, I ain't seen nobody make a hole out of nothing since Bugs Bunny. Oh my God, does Pennywise have Toon Force? This dude Pennywise right up there with Bugs Bunny and Popeye the Sailor Man. Anyways, it's time to hear from the homie Richie. Let's see what he's doing. Look at him, bro. He's a comedian. He's on TV. He getting paper. Sheesh. So he goes backstage and he gets on the phone. And Mike Hanlon tells him that it's returned, and he starts freaking out, bro. I mean, he goes home, start to hallucinate and see some sort of werewolf. I don't even know what's going on right now. Anyways, after throwing up in the toilet, which you probably think is from the flashback that he's seeing in his head, but it's really from all the Xanax and coke he's been snorting, we get Richie's flashback. You know what I don't realize? Like, this scene right here that they're at the Barrens, who is this cop? You know, we see him one time, he makes some promise to stay together, and then we just don't see him again. It makes me feel like, yo, is this cop Pennywise and he's telling them to stay together so we can get them all at once? Then again, he always is trying to isolate people, so maybe it wasn't, but I just really don't see what the relevance of this cop is. Now, something I gotta say that I respect about Richie is that every single time my man Henry Bowers shows up, he's always standing up for himself. Hey, look at the scene right here. Bro done pushed a whole tray of food on Henry. I mean, it led to him running into one of the teachers with a tray, and now he's got to go down in the basement to go get something to clean it. But that's besides the point. He was looking for the janitor, but he doesn't find him. And instead, he finds a werewolf.
What the dog doing?
Bro, this man done got grabbed up by Teen Wolf. Should have never seen that movie. The whole time, it's obviously Pennywise shapeshifting. But look how traumatized he is, bro. He's literally laying his head on a dirty ass toilet. Like, I know we all messing with the skibbity toilet, John, but I ain't know we was messing with it that much. Bro using the toilet as a pillow. He going out sad. Anyways, but now we get the flashback of Mike Hanlon. And you know it's going to be bad because, I mean, it's 1960 and he's black. But you see, my man Mike Hanlon is a history buff. And he's kind of come to a conclusion that every 30 years, some sort of travesty happens in Derry. And at some point, 253 settlers just randomly disappeared. Now, that might have been around the time that Christopher Columbus came and he took every indigenous people's land. I'm just kidding, but I just wanted to make that known that he did do that, and they tried to teach us in school that he's some sort of hero. It's really crazy, but you know, it is what it is, right? This is America. All right, my fault. But Mike runs into Henry Bowers and gets called the N-word a bunch of times, and he ends up running away straight into the Losers Club. But this time, they got a whole lot of rocks, and they're not afraid to use them. Literally, though, they just start throwing the rocks at him, just like in the 2017 version, except for in this one, they got crazy aim. Like they started beaming their ass. Ah, God, bro, they are smacking them with these rocks. Anyways, Mike is showing them all these pictures of all this stuff from Derry, and in every single one, there's some random clown, but he's not random. It's Pennywise. I mean, that's just what he's on. Look at him all the way back. What was this, like the 1800s? Oh, he kind of going crazy right now. This dude hitting all types of flips. Uh-oh. Yo, this dude just ran through this photo album and started talking crazy. I'll kill you all. I'll drive you crazy. And I'll scam you. And then you'll go bankrupt. I'm gonna buy a Trackhawk. But then, most importantly, I'll kill all of you. The worst nightmare you ever had. Whoa. Well, let me stop you right there, because the worst nightmare I ever had is listening to Ice Spice's new album. Gives me shivers thinking about it. Anyways, this leads to Billy crying after Stan finally admits that he sees the clown. Please, help me. Man, shut your my bad, I just stuttered because that's what Billy does. Oh my God, hold up. Why is Mike seeing footprints on the ground? Oh, nah. That would have been enough for me, man. I would have left Derry. I don't even know why they came back. They tripping. Anyway, speaking of Stan, he gets a phone call too. Stan's having a great time. Look at him. His wife's having a good time. He's having a good time. Hey, man, it sounds like he's real sound, bro. Mentally, emotionally, and he killed himself. Bro got one phone call and offed himself in the bathtub, just like in the 2017 version. I didn't know if they were going to keep this in this one or not. Bro though went upstairs to take a bath, bro. Turned the water on, took all his clothes off, and decided that he was going to smoke himself. So they're trying to figure out who in the group can shoot the best. And obviously, it's Beverly. I mean, she looks like the type that can smoke some shit. I ain't gonna lie. She hit 10 out of 10. Bro got perfect scores. Now, they all decided that once they got Beverly, the best shooter in the group, that they were going to go into the sewer. They found some silver because for some reason they think he's a werewolf. Don't ask. But Richie got it out of his mom's jewelry box. Now, the problem is Henry Bowers and his gang are following him into the sewer. It's going to become relevant later. And by later, I mean in about 5 minutes. Just wait on it. Now, all I got to say about all of this is that sometimes in life, you go into a sewer to fight a primordial clown. And then you go down there and realize that not only is it dirty down here, but it smells like a pet store. And that would have been enough for me to leave. I'm just saying. Anyways, Henry Bauer and his group split up, which is probably the stupidest thing to do in a horror movie. They done found the clown nose as soon as they got down there. Wait, hold on, that's not a clown nose. Wait, what is that? That's like one of them things on his sleeve. Shit look like a Furby. Bro, look at this kid walking around by himself, bro. You know he about to get smoked. Bro, hold on, what are those lights coming down the hallway? Is that Soul Glow? Is Bruce Leroy coming? Oh, never mind, it's Pennywise's deadlights. And he's dead. Must be hard walking all alone in a dark tunnel. 1 minute everything's cool. The next minute, Pennywise's headlights are turning you into a pack. Oh my God, did they just grab Stan up? How come none of the kids notice Stan is missing? Is it because they just didn't notice or because they don't care? I'm gonna go with the latter. They clearly don't give a Hold up. What the fuck? What is this place? Why are you cutting all of his buttons off? Yo, Henry be on some freaky ish with this knife, bro. And here comes the lights once again. Behind door 1, we have deadlights. Oh my God, yo, it's sucking him up. Hey, yo, what? How was he going down the pipe like that? I mean, pause, that was crazy, but how did he fold him up like that? And they're coming back. Bro, they came back for round 2, I ain't gonna lie. Yo, did y'all see how Stan just dipped out? Oh my God. Yo, editor, please rewind this moment real quick, cause ain't no way my man Stanley hit the dash like this. Bro saw them lights and started hitting the digital dash. Bro started moving like Need for Speed. Now Pennywise done chased them all down this corridor. He tried to hit all of them with them lights. Yo, hold up. What's up with this smoke screen? Somebody just hit us with a Black Ops tactical. Guys, are you here? Yeah, we're here. Here. Oh, what the fuck is that? Is that the Undertaker? Now Pennywise is down there hitting them with all types of shape-shifting. Georgie, Bev's dad, the werewolf. My man Richie had to hit him with the ain't nothing there. Now the food tastes way worse when they're not afraid, you know? But when they're scared, it's like they just taste immaculate, you know? Salted, like they've been basted with lime and butter. Yo, he about to eat Stan. But my man Eddie walked up and told him this is battery acid and hit him with that ya mean. And then Beverly hit him in the forehead with some silver. Yo, he just hit a front flip. This man Pennywise done went down a pipe and started making all types of crazy noises. Bro, he's dead, guys. He's dead. I swear it. Bro, that dude is not dead. They should have followed him down and made sure he was dead. I ain't gonna lie. I'm with Billy. I mean, but how was they gonna fit down that pipe? They're all like average sized kids. I mean, outside of Ben, because he's a fat boy, but there's nothing wrong with that. I'm a fat boy, you know? Me and Ben have a lot in common. We fat, we get money, we get hoes. All right, well, I don't get that much money. I am quite a ladies man, but I've left those days behind me. And by behind me, I mean, if you're pretty, hit me up. Now, Shorty don't went upstairs to go check on Stanley. He walked in the bathroom and oh my God, Anna Baker. 13th reason, I ain't gonna lie. Bro done slit his wrist. I guess they kept it the same in this movie. Stanley done smoked himself. He was in there going through it, I ain't gonna lie. Now here we are. All the kids have went back to Derry. The one place in the world they shouldn't have went. Cause why in the heck do you think it was a smart idea to return to where this clown is? My man Billy done went to go see Georgie and oh my God. This dude Pennywise done made graves for everybody. Except for one that's already filled. You know, the one that had his mans in it. Unfortunately, it's Stanley. Hey, Billy boy. I'm just making some graves for all of you. Except for that one over there. Your man Stanley already in it. Gave us up the Hannah Baker treat. Nah, that shit go. But I'm about to put you in here too. You in that fat ass mold. Now Billy don't link that with Mike. Him and Mike kept catching up. And he's asking Mike why he never left. You see, my man Mike, he kind of feel like the lighthouse of the group. Somebody got to stay and be an anchor. He's staying in his old crappy house, just like before. Talking about this is all I need. It's cheap and reliable. And I got beers in my refrigerator. Just like a 40-year-old man. Well, he might be like 50. I don't know. I really don't know how old he is right now. He got a graze. Anyways, they end up going out back. And Mike tells my man Billy that he kept his bike. That he felt like some sort of power power was drawing him to get this tube fixer, and he felt like he just needed to pick the bike up from the pawn shop, like it was some sort of destiny or something. Not to be confused with that trash game that everybody played for like 2 or 3 months and then never touched again. But anyways, he's got his bike, Tahoe Silver, and he ends up seeing some sort of flashback with him and Stan on a bike. I don't know what happened or what they were running from, but I don't know if I want to know. Anyways, my man Richie's in town, and he done seen his death get prophesized on a movie theater board. Talking about here lies Richie Dozer, rest in peace. So we end up running to the library, bro. He get to tweaking. My man Pennywise is in there talking to him. What's the matter, Richie? One balloon not enough? Try a bunch. So these balloons get to falling on people, exploding, and it's just blood all on their face. This dude Richie is losing his ish. So Pennywise being loud as crap. My man Richie has no choice but to tell the librarian that if Mike calls, to tell him that he's gonna meet him at dinner. So bro end up dipping out. See, Pennywise, he don't really want to fight these guys. He just wants them all to leave. You know, it's hard to manipulate them when they were kids, but as adults, it's like impossible. And he knows that. So instead, he'd rather just get rid of them. He even got my man Henry in on the fun. Used belts to break him out of this crazy house he was in, and pretty much made him sign a deal with the devil. I need you to kill them all. Kill them all for me one by one. Yo, who was you talking to? First and foremost, I would have told Pennywise to back up, because with teeth like that, I know his breath is crazy. Secondly, stop telling me what to do if you ain't gonna drop that bag. Go talking about, I need you to do this. Well, I need you to pay. You failed me. Anyways, I'm getting completely off topic. Mike and Billy get to riding around on Silver, acting like it's back in the day. I ain't gonna lie, it was having mad fun. So they opened up cars and putting it back. The 2 aces dropped. Cars got Pennywise face all on them. Can't do nothing. So my man been driving to town, and he ended up stopping at the Barrens, and he sees another fat kid getting picked on. This time he's there to help. Hey fat kid, you good, man? Let me clean that up with this nasty infected water. That's probably gonna help the cut. Not only did he put that nasty water on him, he then tied the handkerchief around it. They're trying to give him gangrene. Now my man Ben, he helps the kid out, and that crazy nasty skeleton get to talking to him. You know, one from before. We all flow down here, Ben. We all flow down here. Bro, he even saw Pennywise on his way out of town. Bro put a balloon in the back of his cab talking about get out of here. Man, stop playing with me, cuz. I ain't gonna lie, I would have put 100 racks on Pennywise's head. Somebody would have got him out of here. I know Ben got the bread. Gotta use it sometimes. You feel me? Now my man Eddie get to popping up at the pharmacy. You know, the one when he was a kid. And Mr. King, he tried to tell him that he was taking placebos, that his mom had him taking some bullshit, but he wasn't listening. So we go back in there to get his asthma pump. And Mr. King's still there. But they're asking him for licorice and drinks and stuff, knowing dang well he can't have nothing. Talking about, you got a cigar for me. Man, you don't even know what to do with a cigar. I ain't gonna lie, he probably would have rolled some Zy up in that joint. Anyways, bro done channel Pennywise through him and grab Eddie's arm up, telling him to get out of town now, go. Once again, that gingivitis is hitting, bro. You need to put a Listerine strip back there or something. Hit the back of that tongue. God damn. Now Beverly in town too, and she go back to her old house. You know, the one that she grew up in. But there's some old lady in there. Now she go to the bathroom. Old lady out there making tea and all that. She get to messing with the sink. Now I ain't gonna lie, every time you done came to this sink, kids done talked to you, blood done came out of it, and for some reason, you gonna go back to it. Man, or I don't know what race is the most stupid in movies, but it's probably white people. I ain't gonna lie, but no disrespect. Now she out there drinking with this old lady, and there's blood in her tea. First and foremost, oh nah, put that up. I ain't gonna hold you. What the fuck? What is that? How you gonna give me blood in the tea? What you trying to give me, a bloodborne pathogen? She's talking about, I'm gonna clean it up. First off, you need to clean them teeth up. Yo, editor, please pause on the frame of her teeth. Oh my God, where are you from, Britain? It looks like you just been eating cinder blocks covered in shit. I ain't gonna hold you. Then you talking about yo float down there. Yo, what does that even mean? Anyways, she ends up running out of the building after a old zombie bitch is trying to mess with her. And the whole time, Pennywise just messing with her. The house was abandoned. Like that house was in the middle of Detroit. All right, my fault. I'm sorry for my Detroit natives. I know I keep calling y'all's town crappy. I can't help it. I don't know why, bro. It just sounds funny every time. But I know Detroit cool. You feel me? My fault, y'all. I'm gonna pick a city. I'm gonna pick a new city next time. I'm gonna say Baltimore. You feel me? Or Philly or something. You feel me? Now everybody done met up at this restaurant, man. Even my man Richie, even though he paranoid. And here come Beverly. Look at all these handsome guys. Beverly kind of a whore. My fault. Yo, did she just pass out? Yo, what the fuck? Did she just kiss this man Richie in the mouth? Yo, bro, she just kissed Billy in the mouth too. Yo, I ain't gonna lie. Is she just the girl that all the dudes be hitting? Now this dude Eddie is in here tweaking too. I ain't gonna lie. Bro talking about he don't remember nothing. There's like a veil over his eyes. Bro, you need to remember how to go to your therapist, bro. You in here tripping. It's big guy, clown, 75 feet tall. First off, he's not 75 feet tall. I'll give him like 5'11", bro, at most. But that's besides the point. Then you talking about he's 75 feet tall with giant fangs. the fuck you think he King Kong? Godzilla? So they have a wonderful time at dinner. Look at them. They eating great food that is clearly fake. Bro, food had to suck back then. I ain't gonna lie, bro. I bet that joint tasted way worse than now. They ain't even know how to use recipes right. But I ain't gonna lie, it's cultural food, so it probably was still slapping. Now they end up finishing dinner after getting scared to death by a bunch of weird primordial creatures flying out of their fortune cookies, and they decide to meet up. Now this is the point where Mike finds out that Stanley's dead. He sliced his wrist in the bathtub. His 13th reason is being told that Pennywise was alive. Good enough for me, bro. If I got told that Pennywise was alive and I made a promise to stop him, I'd probably smoke myself too. My thing is, bro, he didn't have to smoke himself. He could have just not shown up. Anyways, we find out the reason why him and Stanley were running and why they were flying on the bike. See, my man Stan, he seen Pennywise that summer. Went in an old house, was in there after watching birds, and a mummy started coming downstairs. Bro, what the fuck? What is this? The Mummy Returns? Bro got trapped in a house with a mummy, bro. I would have lost my mind too. Man just started running. I don't even know why he went in this house. He's talking about he just kept hearing a voice whispering to him. Why would you follow the voice? Anyways, apparently Stan saw what the evil being behind the clown really looks like because he looked through the lights. Bro, they got the reminiscing about everything, and then a bunch of balloons flew out of the mini fridge, and it's Stanley's head. And he started cooking the whole gang. Bro was in there talking bad about everybody. Called Eddie a virgin, Beverly a hoe, stuttered like Billy. Then he started telepathically throwing things around the building. Bro, if you don't relax, what you Sue Storm? You just throwing stuff? He done even wrote out a transcript of something that Billy's mom made for him to help him stop stuttering. My mom gave me that to help me with my stutter. Well, it ain't helping, buddy. Yo, this dude Richie is out of pocket, bro. How you hear your man say that and the first thing you say is it ain't helping? Somebody put him in the jail, bro. Like real is, bro. Now my man Henry Bowers done got out, bro. Him and Belch, they on the way to smoke it. I ain't gonna lie. And you know they probably about to try to stab the black dude first. Not because he's the most, intelligent of the group about what's going on or the fact that he's such a liability. No, it's just he's black. That's it. That's the only liability that he needs. So they're having a discussion at this point about how all the adults just been ignoring stuff. Like how she went outside one time and one of the parents just walked away. How when Mike was trying to explain the history to the teacher, she didn't want to hear it. Man, the parents know what's going on. They know it's tragedies taking a foot. They just don't care because they're adults and Pennywise don't mess with adults. As soon as you hit like 18, 19, bro, he not even thinking about you no more. He's like a Orochimaru. That was crazy. My fault. Now Mike gets to telling him that he wanted to make sure Pennywise was the killer because there's been a whole string of killings recently. But he found Georgie's picture. So they know it's him. And that done made my man Billy mad. I ain't gonna lie. Now this dude Billy wife done came down and ran straight into Pennywise, bro. He done put them lights on her and he probably about to tie her up in the cave somewhere. Now they all in the crib telling stories, but my man Richie done had enough. He said no matter how they plan things, no matter how many flashlights they got, he not trying to hear that, bro. He getting out of there. And I don't blame him. He talking about I would have got dust. Me too. Now everybody done split up for a minute. My man Michael went upstairs to his room and here come Henry stabbing him, calling him the N-word again. Now you probably thinking like, dang, he's stabbing him because he's a threat, right? Like he's a threat to Pennywise. No, because he's black. Why he called him the N-word when he did it? Been having the time of his life in the hallway while my man Mike get stabbed. Making out with Pennywise. Out of pocket, I ain't gonna lie. Bro looked in the mirror, he had red and white makeup on his face. Pennywise talking about, kiss me, fat boy. Hey, yo. Ben, you in there tripping. Y'all need to get in there and help your mans. Henry tried to smoke his ass. Now they end up pulling this dude Henry off and bro got stabbed straight in his chest. So you know he out of here. I ain't gonna lie. Mike. Bro, y'all need to get him to a hospital ASAP because I ain't gonna lie, he got stabbed. Bro got shanked like he in the UK. Yo, how they all fit in this low ass car? Pennywise done claimed a new victim. Smoke my mans. I'm just kidding. He survived. He'll be all right. If Mike dies, there'll be 5 of us left. Yo, Beverly, we all know that. Now tell this dude Ben that you know about his poem so y'all can make out. Get a room, cuz. Now the whole gang decides that they're gonna go back to this cave, aka the tunnel, aka the sewers, aka the cave, because that's where they end up. Now it took some convincing because at first my man Richie didn't want to do it, but after everything transpired with the homie, he was like, nah, you stabbed my mans, I'm going in. Same with Billy, bro. He rallied the troops together. And yeah, it's just 5 of y'all, but y'all gonna do y'all thing. Hold on. When they first went downstairs though, they found the purse. And at first when I watched this, I'm like, whose purse is that? Then I realized this is wife's. Audra! Bro started running around, bro. You gotta relax. Yo, being in the fetal position is not gonna help you, Billy. I'm just saying. But don't worry, the shorty Beverly hit him with a crazy pep talk. We came down here to get things done and we need you. So wake up. You and your mole. You and girl talk about my mole like that. That was crazy. So here they go back in the tunnel once again, bro. And I would think that they would have learned their lesson before. And they did. They didn't split up this time. Except for in the beginning of them walking in when he seen his wife's purse and he literally separated. But that's besides the point. Now they in the sewer, bro. bro, and they trying to find their way to Pennywise. Yo, hold up, who done sent the boat here? Uh-oh, not Georgie. My boat, it's all your fault. You sent me outside and it killed me. It was in the drain, Bill, it was in the drain, and you gotta kill me. Bro tried to hit him with a guilt trip. Bro told him straight up, you're not dead because of me. I did not kill you, bro. So I'm not taking the blame. And I don't blame him. Yo, where is Pennywise talking to them from right now? Oh, nah, he on top of the roof. Oh, he's tweaking. How did bro get this technology? Bro head big as this, but look at his head, bro. Like he look like a light bulb with a period pad on his face. Now they're starting to realize that this man Pennywise is down here somewhere, bro. And they end up coming to this cave, bro, and it's a boss fight. I ain't gonna lie, bro. This look like the spider from Baldur's Gate 3, right? I ain't gonna hold you. Bro, it's people all tied up in spider webs and all that. Look at this nasty dude. And Beverly missing. Man, how you missing this nasty motherfucker, bro? You gotta hit him. Oh, okay, hit him in the forehead. You know what time it is. Yo, what's up with these lights, though? You got the whole squad mesmerized right now. Like, literally, I ain't gonna lie. So Beverly like, man, screw this. I gotta go do something. Now, this man, Eddie, he run up and he tried to hit it with the battery slime, aka asthma pump. But bro ain't having that. I ain't gonna lie. He straight grabbed him. Oh, my God. Oh, Lord. So Beverly done ran to go find a little silver joint. She ended up hitting this dude in the stomach where his deadlights is. Now, they realize that he's all weak, but they gotta go finish him off. That's exactly what they about to go do. You know, right after their mans died, because Eddie's dead. I ain't gonna lie. Now, they done followed him into the other room, bro. I ain't gonna lie. They got to pushing him over, and then they just started jumping him, bro. Look. Mickey. Oh, my God. Get up. Fight back. Bro, they started dogging him, bro. Ended up taking his heart out of his chest. You know he dead now. I ain't gonna lie. Unless one of them kept it as a souvenir, but hopefully that's not the case. When something that evil dies, you just let it die. But everything pretty much went back to normal after this. Ben and Beverly got married. Richie got a TV show. Wait, hold on. I think Eddie died. But that's besides the point. Everybody doing their thing, man. Except for Billy. His wife is back. She's a vegetable. He takes her for a ride on the silver, and she somehow comes out of a vegetable. Now, I don't have any idea how riding a bike with somebody is taking them out of a vegetable state. But you know what? Fiction is fiction, bro. You can't win them all. Anyways, he takes her on the bike, and she actually wakes up. You don't believe my eyes. Literally. Because he's impeding traffic. Like 3 cars almost hit each other because of him. But it's okay, though, because they get to live happily ever after. What do you get when you mix a bunch of scared kids, oblivious adults, and creepy clowns? That's right, the Diddy trial. No, that's not what we're talking about. All right, my fault. You get It. Now, some of you may or may not know what It is, and it is a movie called It. All right, my bad. I'm getting tongue-tied right now. But what y'all need to know is that this is a scary movie, bro. But not just any scary movie, no. Because Pennywise the Clown might be top 3 funniest horror movie villains I've ever seen, bro. But first and foremost, we gotta talk about this creepy-ass music playing, and why is there a random balloon floating? I don't know what's going on, but I already know it's some bullshit. Hold up, what are they doing in this house right now? Are they doing origami? Fuck, they doing arts and crafts? No, but the main character, Billy, is making a sailboat for his little bro, Georgie. Now, some of you may or may not know this, but sailboats are pretty cool, and our little man, Georgie, seems to think so too. But Billy tells Georgie that he has to go to the cellar to get some wax, because without that wax, the boat gonna go flat. Real shit. So we sends my man Georgie downstairs in this dark ass cellar. I mean, this cellar looks just like my dad. My dad might be the blackest person I know next to Akon. Now he go down there, bro, and I'm not gonna lie, just turn the light on. Why are you going downstairs in this dark ass cellar? Bring a lantern with you. Something. They ain't got cell phones. All right, I ain't gonna lie, it's like the 80s. They don't have cell phones, but that's besides the point, man. Take something down there, a candle, something. So he go down there, bro, and this nigga sees eyes. What the fuck is that? Oh, nah. Now he finally gets a flashlight and he puts it on, and he puts it over there where these eyes that he saw are, and no, it's not Pennywise. It is a jar. What the fuck is in this jar? Is that pennies? What is that? Anyways, none of that matters. My man Billy talks to him on the walkie-talkie and tells him to hurry up. So he gets the wax, he runs upstairs. I ain't gonna lie, I think Pennywise was down in that bitch, bro, because just get the chills thinking about it. Motherfucker down there clowning around, ain't he? All right, my fault. Now, my man Billy makes this boat for Georgie, and Georgie thanks Billy for it and decides to go outside to play. He says bye to Billy. They have this whole little wholesome moment, but Billy feels off. I can tell because he stood up and went near the window. Now, usually when somebody goes and stands at the window like this and they're looking outside at somebody, they either got some sort of worried feeling or they're just being extra cautious. I know y'all seen that one meme, bro, where bro standing at the window with his hands on his hips, looking outside at what could have been. That's what Billy doing right now, except for this time it's his little brother and he's gonna die to a clown. Now we outside, bro, and I ain't gonna lie, this boat really swimming right now. Motherfucker hitting burners on his ass. He can't even keep up with it. Bro, he was running so blindly with this boat that he ran into a damn blockade. Stupid ass. Why'd you just run into that? Look where you going. So he keeps running past these blockades, but now his boat done fell into the sewer. Obviously, he's sad about it, but this is the first time we see Pennywise.
Hello there.
This freaky ass nigga pop up and start talking to him about circuses and shit.
What the fuck? Hey, Georgie. Hey, come over here, man. Hey, you dropped your boat, cuh. Now, I know you probably thinking like, all right, it's a freaky ass clown in the sewer. What type of ditty shit is he on? And I just want to say that I don't condone that shit. Cause yeah, your boy Pennywise be clowning around and all that, but not that type of clowning around. I don't be doing the shit that he be doing. Motherfucker be tripping. But listen, man, you like circuses? Hey, come on, man. We got all types of shit down here. Kool-Aid, fried chicken, watermelon. You know, all the shit black people like. We got popcorn, hoes. Oh, you got hoes down there? Oh, you like that, do you? Oh, yeah, we got the bitches down here.
Now, the whole time that this interaction is going on, it's an old lady on her porch watching this whole thing happen and not doing anything. Yo, go over there and help him. So this dude, Georgie, he gets enticed by all of the shit that Pennywise is promising. He goes to reach for this damn boat and gets pulled into the sewer. So now we fast forward, bro, and this is Mike. Now, you know, Mike isn't one of those characters in this story that's like super relevant the whole time, but he is very relevant because he's a token black guy. Now, I know a lot of y'all probably like saying, what the hell does that got to do with anything? But I mean, he's just a black character. Like, there's got to be at least one. It's him and his dad. I seen no other black people in this whole movie. There's nothing wrong with that, but I'm just saying, Mike is relevant because of that. He gets treated bad because he's black by Henry Bowers' bitch ass, but we're not there yet. Anyways, Mike's getting yelled at by his dad because his dad wants him to shoot this animal in the head with his damn gun. This is a very special gun that just shoots a very, very high, like, burst of, I guess, air, I think it is. And it's supposed to just like kill animals. Like, it's just for killing animals. I ain't gonna lie, bro. I don't want no type of gun that's doing that, but I'm just keeping it a band, but that's besides the point. But he don't want to kill the animal. Now his dad is yelling at him and basically calling him a bitch and telling him that at some point somebody gonna have this damn gun at your head and that boat gonna hit your shit. You know, as I just said that, I realized that it's like a boat that comes out of the gun and not air. Like, what did I think? They was aimed from Avatar? Like, ain't no way no air is putting no hole in a skull. Anyways, after Mike gets called a big ass, baby back bitch by his dad, we're going to school. And it's the last day. And why is this kid talking about Jewish people right now? All right, so let's break down all the characters. So y'all know Billy already, our main character, main protagonist. Well, this guy right here, their Jewish friend, is named Stanley. He's about to have his bar mitzvah soon and become a man. Not really important. But then we got Richie. He's kind of like the shit talker of the group. Talks shit all the time. He looks like one of those kids that talk shit. I think he was in some other show or something. Wasn't he like in a different show? I swear I've seen him in something. Was he in Stranger Things? No, I don't think so. I don't know. It doesn't matter. And then we got this guy right here, Eddie. Now, Eddie's a germaphobe, but not really by choice. It's because his mom kind of manipulated him into being a germaphobe. It's kind of weird when you think about it, but I mean, that's kind of just what it is, bro. It is what it is. Now, anyways, this girl right here that's in this bathroom in this next part is Beverly. All right, but all the girls there call her Beverly. They make fun of her because apparently she's got rumors about being a hoe just because she kissed a guy once. I mean, that kind of happens in high school. I really don't understand kids, because like, how you gonna tell me I'm a hoe because I kissed a dude once or I kissed a girl once? I know y'all probably like, hey, yo, you in there kissing dudes? But come on, yo, chill on me. There was only one time. All right, my fault. Anyways, they come in there and they get the picking order.
Oh, is that Beverly in the bathroom? You know we call you Beverly because you smell like a wet dam, right? Oh my God, well, you guys shut the fuck up. You shut up, fucking trash heap. And that's why we're going to throw this wet trash on you. Oh my God, you're throwing an Ice Spice album on me?
And next thing you know, they fill a trash bag up with some water and they pour it on top of Beverly, bro. Tell her that it probably made her smell better, yo. They're out of here, bro. She walked up to the stall and said, slut, yo, are you in there with every guy or what? Like, God damn, I kissed one dude and now I'm fucking the whole school. Anyways, all the kids go outside after this because school is over and they're out there talking about all the missing kids and shit. It's even a mom out there waiting on her daughter. Bro, your daughter is not coming, bro. I'm sorry to say, she's out of here. Pennywise done turned her to a damn snack. Now this dude Richie is talking crazy, talking about how they gonna find her daughter all decomposed and smelling like your mom underwear. First and foremost, damn, You gonna talk about this man mom underwear? I mean, this mom underwear probably do smell crazy. Cause I seen his mom and she looked like the type that be sweating down there, real shit. But that's besides the point, that you ain't have to say she gonna be all decomposed, especially knowing that your man Billy, little brother Georgie missing. Now they having this conversation and we get introduced to Henry Bowers, the first kid in this damn story that is definitely got some daddy issues going on. Bro, his dad's a cop and he's kind of like, I guess, verbally abusive to Henry. Might be physical too, but we don't really see that. I really think it is because he'd be scared to death when his dad be around. I mean, look at him shooken right here, like the fear of God in him just from his dad looking at him when he was about to bother them. So they about to leave, bro. This dude Billy like, you suck, Bowers. So yeah, Billy, he stutters. He has a speech impediment. I don't know if y'all have ever seen or heard anyone with a speech impediment, but he has one. And you know that this dude Henry got to making fun of him for stuttering. Did you say something, Billy? Bro, I ain't gonna lie, I would have smacked the shit out of Henry right there, bro. He out of pocket. Henry goes up to him and tells him that he's been giving him a free ride this year because his brother. First off, pause on that. You giving him a what ride? Hey, yo. But he says it's over now. The whole time his dad is watching him. See what I said? Look at him all bitched out now. So this dude Henry lick his hand and then touch Billy's face. First off, ew. Type of freaky ass shit is you on, bro? But I'm with Richie on this one. I wish that nigga Henry would go missing. Now around the corner, Beverly leaves and she's talking to the new kid, the chubby guy named Ben. This motherfucker is literally about to leave and he's listening to New Kid on the Block and he's the new kid on the block. Shit wicked. Anyways, Beverly's really nice to him and he's one of those guys that if you're nice to him one time, he automatically thinks that you trying to throw that pussy at him. You say hi to him one day in the hallway and now he's having very, very intimate visions about you sucking him up all crazy. Those are the type of guys that eventually turn to incels because they realize no girls really want them and they hate all women now because nobody wants to fuck with them. It's a sad reality for a lot of guys. Get your pussy up, brother. Anyway, she signs his yearbook, picks on him for his music a little bit, but she ends up dipping off. Now Billy goes home, right? And his dad is in the garage mad as shit because he took all these pipes and this map from his damn office and made this big ass model where he's trying to find out where Georgie could have floated to. And all signs point to the Barrens, where they were about to go swim at anyway. But his dad's hella mad, yelling at him. He's dead, Billy. He's dead. And next time you want something from my office, ask me. First off, how you gonna yell at me and tell me my brother dead, bitch? Yo, ain't your brother dead? All right, my fault. His dad kind of being a bitch right now. I wonder what my man Mike is doing. Well, he's running from bullies right now. This motherfucker's in an alley hiding from them because they're riding around antagonizing him. So he ends up seeing one of his fears, which is, you know, burning thing. I'm not going to tell you why that's his fear yet because that's a very important plot point for later, but just hold that thought. Foreshadowing. But he sees a bunch of burning ass hands, right? Then the damn door pop open, he see Pennywise there. Right when Pennywise is about to interact with him though, here comes Bowers and the rest of the gang driving through. Stay out of my town. Bro, you can tell that this dude Henry wanted to say the N-word right then. Look at his face when he said that shit. Bro got saved by the bell though. My man Pennywise is about to have a heyday with his little ass. Yo, pause, that was crazy. Now my man Stanley back at the church and he can't even finish his Torah right now, so his dad's hella mad. He telling him like, damn, yo, you the son of the motherfucking priest and you can't even say your Torah? That shit wicked. You might as well go put that book back up, cause you don't need it where you going. So we go in there and shit. Pennywise turns into the painting that he sees and scares the shit out of him. Now after this, they all meet up and they go to Eddie's house. Eddie's got all this birth control in the cabinets. I don't know what his mom using it. I don't know what's going on, bro. But this man Richie like, is all this birth control yours? Yeah, Sean, I'm actually saving it for your sister. Bro, stop playing with me, cuz. Man, will both of y'all shut the fuck up? Yo, how you gonna get mad at me, Billy, cause I'm making fun of him for having birth control? Like, that's what I'm saying, Billy. You be picking and choosing. You be dick eating. Man, both of y'all niggas shut up, man. You know what, man? Let me calm down, cuz. So they about to leave and shit after cooking each other, and Eddie's mom is in there embarrassing them. Made him come over and give her a kiss and all that. Freaky ass. Now Ben is in the library. He in there, you feel me, reading the history of Derry, and a librarian come up and get to cooking him about not having friends or being outside. You know, people in the summer, kids especially, are supposed to be outside having fun with their friends. Do you not have friends?
Mind your business, bitch.
So bro get to flipping through this book, right? And this dude Pennywise is there fucking with him. Got him seeing floating balloons and shit. Look, he's the librarian the whole time. Look at how the librarian in the background just staring at him. Oh, nah. So Ben get to following this damn balloon, and then he sees the kid that he saw blew up in the damn book, the one with his head missing. Motherfucking kid with his head cut off chasing after him. So he running, bro. This dude Pennywise like, hey boy. Bro, Pennywise, what you mean by hey boy, bro? You sound like one of them slave owners or something. Yo, calm down. So Pennywise get to chasing this nigga, right? Ben eventually gets outside, and I ain't gonna lie, here comes Henry Bowers in the game. They get to grabbing him, slapping him on his belly. You remind me of this one dude I knew. His name was Ray, bro. We was cool with him and shit. And he told us how when he was growing up, his damn uncle used to slap him on his stomach and call him Belly Boy. Now, I ain't gonna lie, that's kind of crazy, calling a nigga Belly Boy. But it just reminded me of that. Anyways, they get to slapping him on his belly and shit. People drive by and they don't even help him. It's Pennywise fucking with him though. Look, the balloon in the back of the car. That's fucked up. So Henry get to punching him on his face and shit, talking about how he gonna carve his name in him. So we ends up putting an H in this dude. And I ain't talking about Hunter Hearst Helmsley, my nigga. Ain't talking about the game. Motherfucker put a whole H in this nigga body. The bro get mad, he kick him in his motherfucking nuts and shit. He did. Did a backflip over the railing, he fall down and shit. This dude Henry Bowers such a bitch, man. I swear to God. Anyways, in the meantime of him running away from Henry and Henry freaking out because he lost his dad's knife, big ass pussy, the rest of the gang go to the sewers and they end up finding Betty's shoe in there. This is fucked up, I ain't gonna lie. Now Bill wants to keep going because he thinks that Georgie could be in there, but all the boys are scared. I mean, literally everybody. Eddie's scared, Stanley scared, all that. And in the midst of them going through this whole situation and trying to decipher if they're gonna keep going or not, here comes Ben ass flying in out of nowhere off the top rope. Oh my God. Oh my God. So they ask him what happened and shit because he bleeding out of his stomach and shit. Then they end up dipping off. Now one of the goons with him, the nigga that he looked like iCarly brother, like anyways, he go in the tunnel looking for him and shit, talking about, I hear ya tits. Bro got a damn lighter and a fucking blowtorch, like, fuck is going on? You know how you could take the lighter with the hairspray and you make the joint go shit kind of crazy when you think about it, but I mean, it is what it is. Anyways, he get to walking through the sewer and shit, and all the kids is in there talking, you found us, Patrick, you found us. And it's Pennywise, you know, pretending to be all the dead kids. So we see all these zombie ass kids, he get to running and shit, ends up at a dead end with some bars. You see this big ass balloon floating towards him and it's Pennywise. Now Pennywise done got him. Now I know that Pennywise got him because not too long after this, we see a missing sign and Patrick is on it. They're kind of crazy. Now they at the store trying to get some stuff for Ben because he all fucked up. They ain't got no bread. So Beverly decides to help him out and distracts the pedo. I mean the pharmacist. They having this whole interaction about how he looked like Superman with his glasses, Clark Kent, and how she looked like Lois Lane. Like, yo, get your freaky ass on somewhere, old dude. But they end up getting this stuff to help Ben and shit. So that's cool. Bro outside bleeding out and stuff like he need a damn med kit, but that's besides the point. Now, Billy asked Beverly if she wants to go to the quarry with him tomorrow. And Beverly's like, man, fuck it. She goes home and here is her weird ass pedo dad. He dealt with a pedo in the pharmacy and a pedo in the damn bathroom. Now her dad stopped her and talking about, what you got in your bag? Oh, you're bleeding now. Yo, this nigga a pedo. Like, what's up with him, bro? Yeah, and I ain't talking about Geppetto, like from Pinocchio. Nah, this nigga is pedophile, boy. Certified pedophile, certified lover boy, certified pedophile. All right, my fault. Tell me you're still my little girl. Oh, hell no. Shorty's so traumatized, she go in there and get the cutting her hair off. She don't even want to look like a girl no more. The next day, they go to the quarry and shit. Shorty jumped first because the rest of the boys is pussy. And Billy and Ben both hitting on Shorty. They both trying to get a little bit of and Beverly, you feel me? Now they all leave. They go to Ben crib. He got all this history shit in his damn room. And the whole time that they at Ben house, my man Eddie walking home. So he go walking past the well house and shit. And Pennywise ends up turning to an infected ass zombie to scare him. What you looking for, Eddie? Get to grabbing him. I'm like, oh nah. Dude, Pennywise is wilding. Like, you got motherfucking zombies from DayZ walking around and shit. Motherfucker sees Pennywise after he runs to the back of the house and he got 18 balloons. Like, why you got 18 balloons right now? Talking about, yo, what's up with you, Eddie? Hey man, join the clowns, man. We all float down here, man. Know you trying to float, boy. All them pills you want, I know you float. Motherfucking perk got you right, ain't it? So he ends up dipping off. Now Beverly is back at the crib, right? Now Pennywise end up fucking with her. Got all the kids' voices coming from the drain. Talking about, we all float down here. Now it's blood everywhere. They grabbing her and all that. She starts crying and shit, and her dad comes in, but he doesn't see it. See, the adults, they don't see none of the stuff that Pennywise does. It's kind of fucked up, but the first thing he says was, why did you cut your hair? You look like a boy. Like, you see your daughter in here crying and shit, and your first thought is, why do you cut your hair? You look like a boy. Like, you know what? It be shit like that, man. I ain't gonna lie, because I would have got the, look at bliggy, bliggy, bliggy. Got the beating his ass in there. Now Billy wakes up, you know what I'm saying, in the middle of the night and shit. He go to Georgie room. Now he see Georgie running past the hallway. He goes into the cellar. So he go down there to see what it is, and this is motherfucking Georgie down there. I lost it, Billy. Don't be mad. It just floated off. If you come with me, you'll float too. 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 I'm like, oh no, cuz. So this dude get the running as he should. Now he dips off, bro, and the next day he goes to Beverly crib. I don't even know how he went back to sleep that night. I wouldn't even have stayed in that house. Hell no, I would have got up out there. My ass would have went to an Airbnb or something. So they see all the blood and shit. Beverly wanted to make sure that she wasn't crazy. Only the kids can see it. So they all explaining and talking about after, you know, they clean up all the blood and shit, how they all done seen this clown in one way or another. And Richie like, how come I can't see it? What, the motherfucker only see virgins or something? That's why I'm not seeing it. So they all talking about this shit while the black kid Mike is getting picked on. So they had this whole rock fight. They get to throwing rocks and shit at each other and all types of shit. Now they had a conversation with Mike and they come to the conclusion that this thing that's cursing the town is using their biggest fears against them. The black kid is burning because his dad and his mom died trying to save him. Richie is clowns, Eddie's infection, etc. So now, you know, Pennywise is using their biggest fears against him. It's kind of fucked up how he doing it, but that's how he doing it. Now they all see that it's all connected to the well house, right? They go back to Billy's crib and they in there fucking with the slides. They looking at all these slides, looking at the map of Derry, etc., etc. The damn slides get to controlling itself. It shows fucking Pennywise on the slides, and then this dude get to popping out of the wall. You see what I'm saying, bro?
Oh, hello, yeah.
Ain't no fucking way, boy. Couldn't be me. I'm not going through that, bro. I would have got the fucking him up in that garage. No cap. Anyways, they decide after this to go to the well house. I don't know how they saw this and thought to themselves, yo, let's go to the well house. But that's what they did. Now this dude get to talking to him outside and give him this big ass lecture about the reason why he wants to go in here is because he hates being at home. The fact that he has to go home without Georgie is the thing he hates the most. And he'd rather go in the well house to potentially find Georgie than to go home again without him. So they all go in after Martin Luther fucking Billy gives him a lecture, and they fucking with Richie off Bucks, put him on a missing poster. He get to tripping. And Billy's explaining to him like, bro, you gotta calm down. He's just fucking with you. None of this shit is real. Shit feel real. So Eddie upstairs, bro, they trying to isolate them all. So he gets to talking to him in the hallway. Eddie, what are you looking for? Time to take your pill, Eddie. So the infected person pops out, touches Eddie, and scares him. This nigga fall through the floor. He passes out for a minute. While this is happening, Richie goes into this room full of clowns. Now he ends up going to this little casket and he sees a fucking puppet version of himself. Yo, what the fuck? Yo, this nigga got a puppet me in here? Hell no, cuz. Yo, this shit is out of pocket right now. So Eddie wakes up while all of this is happening and Pennywise is talking to him.
Blah, 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 blah.
Now Billy and Richie, they end up facing their fears and they go to save Eddie. They all in there. Beverly ends up stabbing him right before he grabs him. He runs to the well because he's all fucked up now. Now they go outside and Eddie mom out there all mad, call Beverly a hoe. I don't want you around my boy at all. Girls like you don't need to be around boys. So they all mad and shit. They end up dividing at this point. They're pissed. Niggas mad at each other and shit. Fast forward to August. We got Henry outside shooting at bottles and shit. He tell his friend to go grab a cat. Now his cop dad come up and see him and shit. He ends up grabbing the gun and shooting at this nigga. Ends up embarrassing his ass. Made him shake in front of all his friends. Now look at him, y'all. Acting like a bitch. So he outside and shit. He mad and Pennywise knows this. So he sees a balloon at the mailbox. It's a knife in that bitch. Now he go into the damn house and Pennywise is on the TV while his dad is asleep telling him to kill him. So Henry stabs his dad in the neck. He kills his dad, bro. Now he wants to kill everybody. Beverly's at the crib. She about to dip off, but her dad grabs her. Motherfucking pedo grabbing her and shit, asking her about hanging out with boys. So she hits him in the nuts as she should, and she runs off. Now her dad catches her in the bathroom, but she smacks him in the head and knocks him out. But Pennywise ends up grabbing Beverly. Now Billy sees that Pennywise took her.
Oh shit, not good.
So he goes to tell Richie. They go and tell Eddie, and this motherfucker Eddie was at the pharmacist, and the girl told him that the pills was placebos, basically pills that don't work. Oh, this nigga get to snapping on his mom about fake pills and called them gazebos. Like, what's up with this nigga, bro? Anyways, they all decide to go to the well house. Shit about to get real now. Billy tells them that they can't split up, that they gotta work together. That before when they hurt him, it's because they work together. Dude, Stanley's so pussy, but he eventually goes in. Now Beverly's down in the sewer. She sees all the kids, right, floating. This Pennywise and took their soul. Now we finally get the infamous Pennywise dancing scene, bro. This nigga got to get busy. Hold on. grabs Beverly up and Beverly tells him that she's not scared. And because of this, he can't eat her. So he just takes her damn soul or whatever that is and just has her floating around. So they about to go down to this well and this man Bauer shows up to fight Mike, bro. He ends up weaving the damn boat gun and tackles this nigga Henry into the well. Both falls and dies. Crazy. So they go down there. This dude Stanley getting bit on by Pennywise. They end up stopping him, right? Billy sees Georgie once again, but he decides to go down to follow him. Now they go down there, they find Beverly. The other kids in the sewers is all there and shit. They grab Beverly and Ben ends up kissing her. What the fuck is this nigga on right now? But because he kissed Beverly, Beverly wakes back up and Georgie gets to talking to Billy, but it's not Georgie. So he shoots this nigga Georgie in the head, bro, and it's Pennywise. He starts tweaking out, bro, turn into a spider. He starts fucking snapping, bro, tries to keep Billy. Tells all the other kids that if they let him keep Billy, he'll go to his sleep and then they'll grow up and then he won't bother him anymore. Fuck that. They start jumping this nigga. Blicky, blicky, blicky. Bro, they start punishing him, bro. He get to shrinking. He start crumbling away because he's starving and they're not afraid anymore, bro. That brother's starving. So this nigga Pennywise fall down, bro. He get fucked up and there's nothing he can do about it. Not a damn thing except get punished. And that's exactly what happened. This nigga got cooked. And just like that, my man Pennywise got punished, dude. All right, Sean, listen up. Now, I know that y'all think this is over with, that we didn't stop Pennywise and everything's gonna go back to normal. And for the most part, yeah, we're gonna grow old and we gonna forget about this shit. But I need y'all to swear it right now, son, with a blood oath that we gonna come back and stop Pennywise as adults if this spin the block. Why do we gotta come back? A blood oath? You think we Aztecs? Man, shut your ass up. And let me cut your hands, son. And then I'm gonna spit in the blood a little bit so my DNA get in that shit. I need to make sure that y'all never forget that. So you gonna give me HIV so I can come back and stop a claim. You know what? All right, you got it, gang. And just like that, we made a promise that we would come back and stop Pennywise. Little did I know he was gonna spin the block sooner than I thought. Strap in, cause it's about to be a crazy one. This is It, Chapter 2. Our story starts off in Derry, aka Milky Way, aka Vitamin D, aka Calcium, aka the clown around town. And we had a fair with a gay couple. And I'm gonna be honest, It Chapter 2 started us out with exclusivity, you know, progression. I ain't mad at y'all like to take dick in the butt. Ain't nothing wrong with that. But see, our residents of Derry don't feel the same. And because of that, they commit a hate crime. Oh my God. Why are they beating the shit out of them like this? Well, I mean, the why is because they're gay, but that's besides the point. Bro, this little ass kid in this hat is enjoying this a little too much. Like, hold on. Is like Pennywise channeling himself through this kid or something? Is he getting possessed? Oh my God. He threw him in the water. Yo, he's gonna drown in that shit for shit sure. Look at him, bro. He's flailing around. Yo, hold up. Who the fuck is that? Yo, is that Pennywise? Oh, hell no. Oh, he just bit my mans for no reason. This is the first appearance of, Pennywise in Derry. But because all of this is happening, it's time to keep the promise. So my man Mike, he pulled up on the scene. He seen that balloon and he knew what time it was. Motherfucker looked on the wall and it's graffiti talking about come home. Oh, that man Pennywise want the whole losers club to spin the block. Yo, hold on. Who the fuck is this in this damn trailer right now? Yo, I know this ain't Bill, but my man Bill done became a famous writer. And it looks like they turning this book into a movie. A movie with a terrible ass ending. The director trying to change it.
Hey, listen, man, I know that you talking about how you want your damn book ending to be the ending of the movie, but man, that shit's trash, bro. Like, Bill, we need a new ending, man.
So the movie is taking time to obviously set up the losers clubs coming back together. So we're going through everybody's day to day as my man Mike is calling them. Calls Bill first, and then he called Eddie. And I'm not gonna lie, my man Eddie had a panic attack mid-drive. Bro married a girl that's literally his mom in a different form. So he's still getting stressed as an adult. But then he called Richie. And my man Richie a comedian now. You're not gonna believe what Ben's doing. You probably thought he'd be on one of those My 600 Pound Life episodes or some shit. Like, this nigga be a fat ass nigga sitting in the bed and he can't walk. No, this nigga Ben is handsome as fuck and he's rich and he lives in a nice ass house. So the second to last person he gives a call is Stanley. Now I know that y'all was like, yo, my man Stanley, he was kind of a bitch and he didn't really want to make that swear back in the day, you know what I'm saying? But that's Bill's guy. So he does swear even though he didn't really want to. Motherfucker talking about I swear, Bill. And I feel like he knew that he was gonna be the weak link for them, okay? There's a lot of theories going around with Stanley. Why did he smoke it so? You know what I mean? And a lot of people seem to think that he knew, and I think it is in the book, that he knew that if he was alive with them, that they wouldn't be able to stop Pennywise. So he kept his promise by killing himself. And that's fucking wicked. Go turn this out into a Drake song on More Life. And that song was featuring Young Thug. Motherfucker made some sacrifices. Dude really turned himself into Hannah Baker. Anyways, the last person he called was Beverly. Beverly kind of bad now, I ain't gonna lie, you feel me? Like, she grew up and she was a little fine shit, you know what I mean? And she's still getting abused by me.
Don't make me do this to you. I beat you because I love you, bitch.
So she mad at this nigga, bro. She ends up smacking him with this damn picture frame and dipping off.
You ain't nothing without me, bitch.
Motherfucker done took her ring off. I don't blame her. Fuck all that. She just walking in the rain with her Timbs on, stepping over puddles full of pain. It's a big storm. 13 on my boat. All right, my fault. That was crazy. Anyways, my man Mike done finally made all the calls he needed to. And what the fuck? Yo, the storm drain just got emptied. And it's just hella kids and shit flying out of that motherfucker. Oh, hold up. Who the fuck is this? Yo, so this is a flashback. This nigga was alive. I thought they killed his ass when they threw him down that well and shit. That nigga literally went home knowing that he killed his dad. Yo, one of the cops punched him in the fucking face. I don't blame him. That nigga Bowers is a bitch. Look at his crazy ass now, bro. He in a damn crazy house. And Pennywise showing him that damn balloon again. Here we go. They're laughing and all that. Hold up, bro. Why the fuck he acting like a monkey right now? Why is he jumping up and down on the windows? Who's that creeping out my window? All right, my fault. Motherfucker acting like Ron Browse right now. All right, I ain't gonna lie. Be prepared to be afraid of this scene, okay? Shit is about to get real freaky, okay? Because who the fuck is this creepy ass decayed nigga? That's his friend. You remember his friend from back in the day, the one with the lighter? Yeah, the one that got ate by Pennywise? He's back, but he's a zombie this time. I mean, I'm talking about World War Z type of zombie. This motherfucker ugly as shit. He done gave this man Bowers his knife back. Yo, don't ever give no like that no knife. Motherfucker Bowers is insane. I don't trust no named Bowers anyway. That's one letter away from Bowser. And y'all know what the Bowser on. Motherfucker be stealing princesses and shit. Anyways, the Losers Club meet up with each other. So they're all reminiscing and shit. Everybody catching up with each other. But they realize that Stan is gone. Hey man, where's Stanley at? Yo, son, you asking where the fuck Stanley at, son? You know that motherfucker's a pussy, son. Like real shit. All right, so listen, y'all, I gotta tell y'all some bad news, cuz. Like on some real shit, we thought we stopped Pennywise, but every 27 years, this come back, man. It's like COVID-19, man. You think you got it? And then boom, Omicron. Boom, SARS V3. Shit just keep coming back, cuz. I'm just saying. So what the fuck going on with these motherfucking fortune cookies, cuz? Could, guess, cut, could not. Man, what the fuck, man? What the fuck is this shit supposed to say, man? Hey, y'all gotta switch the shit around. Y'all pissing me off, man. But y'all can't read. Oh my God. Oh shit. I have the last one. And then we see Beverly crying as we see her motherfucking fortune cookie says Stanley. Yes, Stanley could not cut it. Oh shit. But he cut himself. That's bars? All right, I ain't gonna lie. Hold the fuck up. Oh, this man Pennywise had the fortune cookies fucking hatching, bro. These motherfuckers was turning into insects with baby heads on them. Nigga got bats and all types of shit coming out of this joint. So they in there tripping and all that. You know, he's in there fucking with them, making them see stuff that's not really there. So when the worker comes walking by, she looking at him like, what the fuck is going on in here? Shit, my fault, bitch. Can we just get the check, son? So they about to leave, right? And this motherfucker Richie gets approached by this little ass kid that he thinks is Pennywise. Whole time, nigga, you famous. That kid just wanted an autograph. So at this point, they realize that they don't want to do this shit. Fuck the promise. We're about to leave and let Pennywise terrorize some kids, and we gonna be adults, and he ain't gonna follow us outside of Derry. Fuck that. We out of here. Everybody wants to dip. But this dude Mike is adamant that they need to stop Pennywise. Like if they don't stop him, nobody can. Man, Bill, we gotta stop this nigga, cuz. Like you letting everybody leave Pennywise. If we don't stop Pennywise, who gonna stop him? This motherfucker moving like I Show Speed in that one clip.
Who's gonna stop me?
Now, in the middle of all of them arguing on who's gonna stop Pennywise and how they gonna stop him, he's terrorizing Derry as normal. Look how he treating this little ass girl. Motherfucker done used the damn lightning bug to make her follow him all the way there. Oh, hell no. What the f is that?
Hello, Vicky.
How did you know my name was Vicky?
Oh, don't worry about it, Vicky. You want to be friends with me, Vicky?
No, you're not my friend. You're scary. You too, man. I don't got no friends, bro. I don't got no hoes. I don't got shit, bro. Like, why are you crying? Oh, nobody f with me either.
Why is that, Vicky?
Cause I have this big ass thing on my face.
Yeah, that shit's gross, Vicky. Looks like someone smacked you with a tomato. Or, you know, but I can fix it though if you want me to.
So he tricks her dumb ass to go back there and to fix it. Motherfucker get the counting 1, 2, and then he ate her. Motherfucker chopped her whole fucking face off, bro. Ate her whole entire head. Yo, hold up though. I know that this motherfucker Pennywise just ate somebody, but what the fuck is going on? Yo, this nigga Bowers done smoked one of the damn workers and broke out. Him and this zombie ass nigga done rolled out of that bitch. You got Bowers running around with a big ass knife and a zombie partner. And what type of mythical fucked up shit is this? So they back at the spot, and Mike gets to explaining everything that he's found out with Bill. Now listen, man, I talked to everybody that's ever encountered Pennywise that I could think of, all right? And I found out some shit. It all started here. What the what am I looking at? Man, it's an artifact, man. Dumbass nigga, you ain't never been to a museum? What did you steal this? Listen, okay, I ain't gonna lie. I did steal it from some indigenous people, but that's besides the point. Yo, hold up. Is this shit moving right now? What the hell is this, cuz? So this nigga done drug Bill so he could have him hallucinating and show him some shit. So my man Mike showed him that he went and met with these indigenous people to learn about this damn ritual of chew. And apparently this is something they can use to stop him. Like, you can seal this motherfucker up. Now they back at the crib, man. They all discussing what their plans is gonna be. And they find out that the reason that Beverly can see these damn visions is she's the only one that's seen the deadlights. Now these hoe ass just walking around through Derry. They basically reminiscing on all the things in their past. They went to their clubhouse. Beverly went to her old apartment. Motherfucker in there seeing flashbacks of her shitty ass dad. This motherfucker Beverly in here talking to this old ass lady that lived there now, and there's something off about Shorty. Yo, y'all saw how this old ass lady just looked? You seen her peek through the little door? Oh, that's Pennywise in that damn picture. So Beverly knows something is going on. She get the backing up, and here we go. This old lady come running out of there, titties just a dangling and all that. Oh, hell no, let me out of this bitch, cuz. She looked down the hallway, and this motherfucker Pennywise talking about,
you haven't changed their futures yet, Beverly. You haven't saved any of them. Close your eyes, Bev.
So Beverly dip up out of there, as she should. She walked outside in the damn building. It didn't even look how it looked when she walked in that motherfucker. Hell no. Man, let's see what my homie Richie doing. Nah, what the f is this? Oh shit. This man Richie having a damn flashback about when he might have liked the guy. Here come Bowers bitch ass, trying to beat him up and call him gay because he wanted to play a Street Fighter game with his homie. Oh, what the f? Where did the lumberjack just go? Oh, hell no. Bro, Pennywise is wilding in this movie. He got the damn lumberjack coming alive and shit. Yeah, what the fuck, this nigga mouth nasty as shit. It's not real. Motherfucker. Yes, it is. Oh, I just shit my pants. I feel you though, man. Sometimes you just shit your pants. Look at this nigga, bruh. Wildin'. So this dude come by and give Richie this damn paper. That's a fucking obituary.
Oh, what's up, Richie? No one wants to play with the clown anymore. Let's play truth or dare. I dare you to let me kill you. Now, how about a truth, Richie? I know your secret. Your dirty little secrets. And I'm gonna tell them all. Should I, Richie?
Nah, this dude Richie get the tweaking out. I ain't gonna lie. Try to close his eyes talking about this ain't real. Bro, I ain't gonna hold you, bro. This Pennywise is wilding right now. Like, the shit that he doing is definitely real. My man Billy, hold on. What you got going on? Oh, he see his bike from me when he was a kid. Yo, that's fire. Hey, can I buy this bike right here? The fucking bike.
Man, shut your ass up, man. You can buy the bike, man. Hey, what's your name, man? You William? You that author nigga.
I mean, my real name's Billy.
I need $300,000 for the bike.
$300,000? Yo, if you don't stop fucking playing with me, cuz. Well, anyways, my man Billy buy this bike, bro. He get to riding around the town and shit, and he ends up encountering my man Georgie in the sewer pipe. Now, Georgie get to talking to him, and obviously, you know, it's Pennywise just fucking with him. Anyways, he ends up seeing this little kid. Wait, is that the same little kid that Richie freaked out at the restaurant? I really feel like that is. That is that kid, ain't it? Yo, editor, rewind real quick and see if that's the same kid from the restaurant. Yo, why is this motherfucker so normal and just talking to a stranger like this? And then you got this grown ass Billy. Look how he's shaking him. And tell me you understand. Don't you go near them fucking sewers, man. Mister, you're being weird. I gotta go now. And now we got Ben's journey. Damn, this fat ass was still getting bullied after Pennywise left. They was smacking him on the back of the head and shit. Damn, so that means after that whole thing happened, all that shit, and they was growing up, that Pennywise was still fucking with him. Yo, why is Beverly in here smoking a cigarette? What the fuck she got going on? Hey, what's wrong, Ben?
Man, what's wrong is you smoking cigarettes in school. You smell like Newport 100s and earring backs.
Oh, whatever. Anyways,
you know, me and you, we could be close. What you mean close?
Yeah, like we could be together. The whole time is Pennywise just fucking with him. Talking about it don't matter how many poems you write. Ain't nobody ever gonna wanna be with no fat, disgusting ass like you. Man, that shit crazy, bro. Anyways, he gets chased through the entire school by a flaming head Beverly and ends up hiding in the locker, where Pennywise ends up behind him anyway, bro. You can't escape this. It's like AIDS. All right, that was crazy. Why did I say that? I mean, it's the truth, though. You can't escape that shit, bro. Once you get it, only a matter of time. Anyways, back at the crib, they're having a discussion again. Now, everyone's depressed because they've been encountering Pennywise all day. I mean, I'd be sad, too, if this fucking clown was bothering me from sunup to sundown. It's all good, though. You know, my man Eddie gonna be in good spirits. Yo, what the fuck, Sean? Yo, you still work here? How was you even alive, Sean? What the fuck? Yo, ain't you the weird ass nigga that was catching on Beverly and shit? Yo, even that little girl, that's your daughter, son. She still work here for shit. How's your mom doing? Man, she died, man, a couple years back and shit, son. You know what I'm saying? But that's all good and shit. Wait, hold on. Why are you touching my fucking face like that, son? And my man Eddie got to having this little flashback moment. Shorty with him talking about he got dick pills and shit. So we see a little back door open and he see a little sign that say vaccines with an arrow. And he hears somebody yelling. He thinks it's his mom and shit. So we get to running. Motherfucker had to stop to take some inhaler because he see a fucking body parts and all types of weird shit involved. Eddie, please help me, Eddie. Now he downstairs, bro, and it's just needles all on the ground and blood vials and all types of fucked up shit. So we go to the back and he's like, all right, fuck it. I'm gonna open this curtain up and see. And oh my God, this is fucking mom. And she all strapped up and shit. Oh, hell no. Yo, get your mom out of there, cuz. Cause who the fuck is under that sheet? So he's trying to get his mom up out the goddamn bed and shit. The whole time, this motherfucker just keep getting closer and closer. And oh, what the fuck is that? So we end up dipping off, bro. And the whole time, that motherfucker got to making out with his mom and shit. Ew. Anyways, everybody's terrified at this point. They don't know what's going on, what's gonna happen, or what they're gonna be able to do. Motherfucker Beverly and Bill still kissing each other, bro. And what y'all love each other and shit? I mean, they probably really do love each other and shit, you feel me? But what the fuck is a skateboard coming in his blood floating off it? What the fuck is a new Tony Hawk game coming out? So then he realizes that little kid that he was trying to help, Pennywise, is preying on him. I mean, on some straight diddler R. Kelly shit. So he realizes that he has to go help this kid out. He probably sees himself in that little ass kid, you know?
The kid in me likes the frosted side, but the grown-up in me likes the kid in me.
Yo, that shit crazy. Now, I know that you're probably thinking to yourself that my man, you know, Eddie went through enough, right? He went through a lot. He's all right, though. He got away and shit. He got vomited on and all that, but he's cool. Don't worry about it. You feel me? But that's not what happened, all right? He was at home and motherfucking Bowers stabbed this dumbass in the fucking face with the knife. Look at him. He got a damn knife hole in his face right now. Bro probably can't even talk and shit. Whole time my man Eddie really stabbed this in his chest, bro. He stabbed that like he in Great Britain. He is not playing. And then that man Bowers turned into Ron Browse for real because he's jumping out the window. Oh, look at this nigga down there, bro. Did he just pull the knife out of his chest? Oh, this nigga different. I ain't gonna hold you. Anyways, what's my man Billy doing? Oh, that's right. He's trying to save this kid. So he running through this whole fair and shit. He's trying to find this kid. He ends up going into the crazy mirror room. Now, I ain't gonna lie. If you got any type of epilepsy, man, y'all know what the fuck I'm talking about. If you suffer from seizures, then close your eyes during this scene, cause god damn, flashing ass lights, nigga. Anyways, he finds the kid and he's trying to help, but this dumbass mirror fucking him up. And it gets to a point where he's watching the kid and he has to watch Pennywise get to him. There's nothing he can do about it. Look at this nigga Pennywise licking the fucking glass, bro. He talking about, please, Pennywise, please, man, leave him alone. I'm here, take me. Just take me. So Pennywise get the headbutt in this glass over and over again, bro. And now you know what time it is. He about to get in there and get this little ass kid. And he's doing this just to piss Billy off, bro. Like, it's literally nothing that he can do. He headbutts through the mirror and he bites this kid, bro. Tears him in half and makes Billy watch it. Dude, Pennywise is wicked. I ain't gonna hold you. See, Pennywise one of those niggas, bro. You can't even play with his ass, bro. Yo, pause. You can't even play with his ass. That was crazy. Anyway, my man Richie is imagining Stanley's whole bar mitzvah joint that he went to. And he's talking about all the fears and all the memories that they made and how you gotta like fight through it. And sometimes, you know, you wanna forget shit, but then sometimes you don't wanna forget. He says, man, today I'm supposed to be a man, but I don't feel any different, man, cause I'm a loser and I always fucking will be. Damn. Anyways, everybody's supposed to meet with Mike at the library and shit, but you know, Pennywise gonna with him a little bit first. Motherfucker got to showing him his house burning down and his parents trying to get out, but Bowers ends up showing up and tries to kill him. Now, you know damn well that my man Mike not going for that, bro. Last time him and Bowers fought, he beat the fuck out this nigga. And he about to do the same thing again. But, you know, it's not him this time. It's actually Richie. And he hits him in the back of the head with an axe. But, you know, man, Richie done turned to a lumberjack, bro. Put that joint straight to the back of his skull, boy. Oh, my God. What the fuck?
Yes, sorry about that. I had to kill Bauer.
Now, I know y'all probably like, damn, why you kill that? That's crazy. You couldn't figure out a different way. And I'm gonna be honest with you. I couldn't find out a different way. There's no fucking way. I just had to smoke his ass. Like real shit. So they finally fed up. They tired of this shit. My man Bill like, nah, f that. We going to the well house. We about to go down there and we about to fold this. And everybody there like, man, fuck it, Bill, you're not going by yourself. We going in there with you. Yo, son, I'm gonna be honest, son, I don't want to go in this shit. This shit is obviously contaminated with a bunch of bullshit, son, and I'm gonna get sick. And I just don't want to go in there, and I don't want to catch any diseases that I shouldn't have to. Eddie, shut your bitch ass up and come on. Put a fucking COVID mask on or something. So they go in the crib, bro, and the house get the tweaking off buck. Last time they was in this house, a whole lot of bullshit happened. And it's gonna happen again.
Yo, that's in my basement. Yo, what the f? Oh, they done closed us in here, man.
So they done separated them already, bro. You know what time it is. Motherfucker refrigerator got the shake. And you know it's some bullshit in it. Now, my man Ben in the other room, and he getting Henry wrote in his stomach like when he was a little ass kid. And y'all won't believe who's in the refrigerator. That's right. Zombie Stanley, bro. They got a fucking dead Stanley kid version in that motherfucker, bro. So they look in the mirror, bro, and they see Pennywise literally writing shit into this nigga stomach and all that, bro. So Beverly gets the idea to go break the mirror to stop him. Good idea. It stops him for the time being. But my man Stanley in the other room and his fucking hands coming out of his face and shit like, yo, what the fuck is that, son? Yo, get that shit away from me, cuz.
Yo, I ain't gonna lie. That motherfucker Stanley tripping, cuz. Yo, Eddie, you good?
Man, son, I am not good right now. Oh, shit. This nigga on the roof. Are you fucking drooling, son? So this man Stanley jumped down and his ass is on their face right now. He drooling all in their mouth and all that. So he yelling at Eddie like, man, I need your help, bro. Grab the knife and stab this nigga, bro. But don't worry about it, you feel me? My man Eddie didn't have to, cause my man Ben showed up. Bro got the stabbing and shit out of this nigga. I mean, motherfucker Eddie done froze up in the corner. Man, you want this motherfucker to kill Richie too, man? Yo, son, please don't be mad at me, Bill, son. I was just scared, son. That's what he wants, man. You can't be scared, dog. You gotta man up, bro. Either that or you gotta leave. Are you gonna be a bitch? Or you gonna fight, man? First off, Bill, I'm not gonna lie. You yelling in my face right now and your breath smell like straight ass shine. Man, shut your ass up, bro. So at this point, bro, they down in the sewer, bro. And you know what time it is. They about to get busy. They about to get busy. They bound to. All right, my fault, bro. So in the comment section, let me know what song that was right there, man. You feel me? I'll give you a hint. It was a Michael Jackson song. But anyways, I ain't gonna lie. They down in the sewers and shit. And that big ass naked lady done grabbed them up and pulled them under the damn water and shit. My man Eddie thought he was about to be by himself. But don't worry, they cool. So they find this big ass hole and they decide that they about to go down inside. Now before they didn't go that far. Remember they went to about here and they fought Pennywise and then they ended up dipping off and shit after he crawled back away. But they went down in this hole this time. They trying to find where this sleep at. So they all climbing down here, bro. They have no idea what they about to get themselves into. They about to go down here and get busy. And that's exactly what happens, bro. Damn, this must be where the fucking meteor landed at and shit when he landed from fucking space. So this dude Pennywise was here just sleeping and hiding, bro. This is where he was literally hibernating at. So they end up doing the ritual with Chew, but the shit doesn't work. And they're all confused on why it isn't working. But you gotta understand that it's a battle of will, right? That this whole thing with Pennywise isn't about being stronger. It's about being more willed than this nigga. You know what I'm saying? Outwilling them. You feel me? So Pennywise basically makes all of these niggas go through these different like trials. Like it's kind of like a way for them to prove that they're strong-willed. Like Billy's situation, he's in this goddamn basement talking to his old self and Georgie, and he's trying to come to the realization that, bro, I'm a grown-ass man and I understand now that I can't blame myself for this shit. So he sees Georgie and his old self having a conflict. Georgie yelling at him talking about, you lied and I died. Hey, bro, if you don't calm that shit down, bro, I'm not trying to hear that shit, Georgie. You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't know you needed saving, nigga. You feel me? Motherfucking Pennywise grabbed you up in the fucking sewer. I wasn't outside. Should I went outside with you? Maybe. But I was sick, nigga. What you want me to do? So he's like, fuck that. He ain't trying to hear all that yelling, I lied and I died shit. So he took Georgie and put him underwater. Drowned his ass. Fuck him. So Beverly's test is her in the bathroom with a bunch of blood flying in there. She's suffocating in this blood and shit. And Ben, he's also going through some shit of being alone. And his whole test is he doesn't want to be alone. So when Beverly breaks out of her shit and realizes that she's not alone, she has people that she cares for. So does Ben. And she ends up grabbing him. So it's kind of like a two birds for one stone thing. They both realize that they do have people that care about them. And they saved each other. So now my man Bill is talking to his old self. And Bill walked up with that motherfucking mouse tool, that splickety stew. I ain't gonna lie, he put that motherfucking joint straight to his head. He done turned the tires on his old ass. So he somehow got the gun from him and shot himself in the head. And just like that, he passed his trial too. Now you got my man Mike, my man Bill, Beverly back, Ben back. This man Pennywise done turned into, I guess, what's the closest to his actual form, which is some fucking tentacle monster. They get to throwing rocks at him and all that. And just like that, my man opened his mouth and showed this dude Richie the fucking deadlight. I don't even know what's going on right now. He's showing him the little deadlight shit, and it's like stuff flying through his back of his head. Like, I really don't even know what's happening right now. But my man Eddie like, man, that, and he get to getting busy on this nigga and throw this big ass arrow into his mouth. So this man get to coughing up, motherfucker done fell on the damn spike, he bleeding out and shit. Eddie thought he killed his ass, but really he was about to get killed. Bro stabbed him straight through the chest with a big ass tentacle, bro. Motherfucker get penetrated, boy. Now Pennywise is all up and they all dip off and go into this little cavern and shit. They try and make sure my man Eddie is okay. Anyways, they trying to come up with a plan, and they decide that they gonna go around. While Pennywise looking at him from the front, they'll come from the side. But my man Pennywise ain't stupid, and they realize that the only way that they can stop Pennywise is to make him believe that he's a bitch ass nigga, that he's just a clown, that he's nothing. So they get to telling him he's all these different things, and they backing him up and shit. They outwilling him right now. So the ritual of Chew gets to start working. They got him looking like some bitch ass nigga, and that's what he is. Look at him, shrinking. They get to bullying him, scaring him, making him feel like shit. Now he all shriveled up, he dying. They get stabbing his ass and all that. But look how terrified he is right now. So they reach inside of him and they see his beating heart, bro. And you know what time it is. They all put their hands on that bit and they squeeze it together. Look at you, all grown up. Damn, yo, he getting off to this shit. Look at his mouth all open, like he liked that shit. This dude freaky as hell. Anyways, the whole place is falling apart. They finally got away, man, and everybody went back to their regular ass life. Just like that, my man Pennywise the clown was clowning around and got drowned. You feel me? Now I know that y'all probably thinking to yourself, yo Sin, I want more Pennywise. Well, there was an It movie, you know, the original one. Now I don't know if y'all want me to cover that one or not, but if this gets at least 3,000 likes, man, I got y'all. Welcome everyone to this giant video about all 8 episodes of Welcome to Derry. This video took really long time to make because it spanned 8 episodes, and I was making it as the episodes came out to give you this ultimate big video. Me and my editor worked very hard on it, so please leave a like and comment, and also watch it from front to back. So YouTube will run it up in the algorithm because my God, I worked really hard on this. Anyways, enjoy the video. I love you guys. Yo, I wonder if Shan's ever gonna cover Welcome to Derry, Shan.
Man, Sin lame. He ain't even putting out the Welcome to Derry video. Why is that?
I just don't understand, cuz. Why ain't he put the Welcome to Derry video out, cuz?
Because I was waiting to cover every single episode. This is Welcome to Derry. Dun 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 dun.
Damn, we about 10 seconds in and Shorty sucking on his girlfriend neck in the movie theater? Oh, we getting freaky on Welcome to Derry.
Hey, kid, get over here right now. Oh shit.
I gotta get out of Dodge. Like I'm jumping out of truck, cuz. Kid, that was trash. Get back here. Hey, you seen a little tiny kid with rosy red cheeks running around here? A tiny kid with rosy red cheeks? You talking about Michael Jackson when he was pale, cuz? Dad, what are you talking about? It's the 60s. This little boy that just ran off, his name is Maddie. He's gonna be the very first victim in this show. Yep, I said victim, so strap in. You know he's about to get smoked. Now, first off, I ain't gonna lie. Bro looks like he's maybe 11, 12 years old, possibly 13 at most. Why is he hitchhiking right now? We're walking away sad like the old Hawk. I would tell the editor to play the old Hawk music, but I don't know if it's public domain yet. So just in case it isn't after my editor looks it up. Yo, this red pickup truck did not have to drive all fast past them like this. But don't worry, somebody gonna stop. Hey, you know it's about to be some bull. Yo, hold up. This family don't even look like somebody you can trust. Hey son, are you in trouble? Yeah, I'm just trying to get out of town. Well, where are you headed to? Anywhere but Derry. I'm lactose intolerant. Now, bro was sitting in his car, and obviously you can tell something is up. His family is weird. Radio's all loud. The son has some weird spelling fetish. Can you spell shut the fuck up? STFU? That's an acronym, dumbass. Now, the mom and wife of this family is very much pregnant. She's up front having what we call stomach contractions. You probably can see where this is going. Now, I knew that something was very wrong. when Shorty pulled a container out that said liver on it and then got to feel around in it while it was all slimy. What the fuck what is that? Shorty has a weird diet consisting of slimy protein. That's what my ex used to call me. All right, my fault. Now, obviously, this kid is freaking out, especially when he sees that they were supposed to be headed to Portland, but they drive by a sign that says Derry. How you gonna tell me you taking me away from Derry, but you taking me right back to Derry? I told you I couldn't have no milk. Oh my God, let me out, let me out. OUT out, OUT out, OUT out, OUT out. Whoa, editor, please freeze frame on this little kid's face. That is Pennywise right there. Oh, nah. That would have been enough for me. Now, once the kid is trying to leave and he accidentally punches this woman's stomach, the baby comes out of her and it's some sort of demon spawn. This is very, very important for the end of the first episode, but we're not there yet. Hold on to it. Foreshadowing. Now, we don't know what happens to this car. All we know is that his binky that he's been sucking on this entire time. I know you guys were waiting on me to mention that. Why is this grown ass kid sucking on a binky? But you know what? I digress. Maybe he just has some sort of weird sucking thing because he's infantile. I don't know. Bro out here moving like Maggie from The Simpsons. Anyways, all I know is his binky flew out of the car. And then we see the deadlights and the intro to this show. We're 10 minutes in and we're just now getting the intro scene. You know that there's trouble afoot. Now this kid right here looking at this jet come in is important, but not really. I say he's important because I mean he's very relevant to the very first episode. His name is Phil and he likes aerospace, aliens, NASA, you know, all that kind of stuff. He's kind of a nerd, but there's nothing wrong with that. Now this big hunk that's getting off of this jet is Leroy Hanlon. He's very, very important to this story for multiple reasons. Just wait on it. But he's a major in the Air Force and he was working in Korea. Very powerful man, fearless. Now, something that you guys need to pay attention to is in this next scene is turtles are important. You all know the history of Pennywise, you know about the magical turtle in the sky. That is the opposing force to Pennywise and his evil. Pennywise is basically a big boogie that came out of the turtle's nose, spit it up, flew into Earth like a meteor, been here ever since. But look, the turtle says duck and cover. There's a mascot turtle. There's a little turtle. The turtle on little Lily's bracelet. It's all important, so just remember that. Anyways, they're in school and this person that's with Phil, you're probably wondering who he is. Well, he is our story's Jewish person. You know, every It story has a Jewish person. I don't know why, but that just seems to be a ongoing theme. And this right here is Teddy. They've been going through it because their friend Maddie went missing. And his story basically went from a missing person to a homicide. Teddy doesn't want to come to terms with it, but Phil is basically trying to explain to him in this scene that, bro, Maddie's dead. And I know you're sad about it, but you got to get over it. Speaking of Maddie, Lily's at home. And for those of you that don't know about Lily, they call her Loony Lily because she goes to Juniper Hills because she's mentally ill. And we're about to find out why as she hears Maddie speaking to her through the sewers. Kids speaking to people through sewers. What an original scenario. Once she hears Maddie's voice in the sewer, we get a flashback where her and Maddie went to their secret spot. See, Maddie, Phil, and Ted, they have this secret spot that ended up getting abandoned. They go here because it has a great view of the city. They also get to see cool things like fireworks and jets and the one guy that steals purses on 63rd. Now, Maddie brings her here because obviously he has a crush on her, but he asks her the question about what happened with her dad. Apparently he worked at a jarring facility, you know, pickles, peanut butter. Jeff! All right, my fault. If you know, you know. But Lily had a little mood ring that she ended up leaving in her dad's job, and he went back to go get it. One of his coworkers needed help, and he thought that the gears on the machine was off, but they weren't. And then he ended up getting chopped up into little pieces and put in jars. My God, what a shitty way to die. Now Lily is freaking out because obviously she heard Maddie speaking through her through a tub. But then he yelled at her and she seen a bloody finger coming from the pipes. Please come home, Maddie, please.
He won't let me, cuz.
So she goes to talk to her friend Marge at school about it. But Marge is not receptive because the only thing Marge cares about is being accepted by the Patty Squad. The Patty Cakes, ran by Patty. Yeah, you know she's an asshole. So she ends up going to Ted and Phil to talk to them about it because they're friends with her. Ted kind of wants to believe her, but Phil's not being super receptive about it, which doesn't make any sense because he believes in aliens, but he can't believe in spirits or the supernatural. Makes no sense, but you know, whatever, I digress. Anyway, back at the base, Hanlon goes to talk to the general, and he's asking him a bunch of questions about Korea and this injury that he had.
Man, I heard you drove right into the enemy territory, man. Heard you was fearless, a confident pilot, one of resolve.
Man, I don't want to talk about Korea, man, or my injury.
Hey, listen, man, we got a B-57, man. Big ass plane. I mean, once you drive that joint, straight into the territory of the enemy. Finish what you started. Man, you know, my dad, man, he was glad when I wanted to be a dope boy, you know what I'm saying? He misinterpreted though. You know what I'm saying? When I told him I wanted to be a dope boy, I mean, I wanted to be on the block with that fatty. This dumbass dude enlisted me into the military. Fucking Air Force. I wanted to sell fentanyl.
What, cuz? Now in this next scene, Teddy gets to talk to his dad, and of course, you know, he talks to him about his bar mitzvah coming up and blah, 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 Drake, Jerry Seinfeld, blah, 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 whatever. Anyways, he asks him a question. Is it possible for a kid to be tied up underground and to be tortured for years on end? And by years, I mean like maybe the last few months. And he gets to telling him about stuff that happened to their ancestors, that their children, that when they were growing up, children were getting turned into lampshades. Why would you tell your son this? I mean, I understand tough love and all that, but bro, trying to put the fear of God in him. Talking about how kids were getting turned into lampshades. Now, because his parents mentioned that children were getting turned into lampshades, it's only natural that Pennywise put children on lampshades. Oh my God, I hate him. So here Ted is sleeping at night, you know, regular old night, reading his comic books, having a swell old time, you know, white kid stuff. And then boom, he's got kids on a lampshade. Bro, what the fuck is that? Oh my God.
Hey, get back here, kid. Where you going?
Oh my God, bro. I just said I had a bright idea. I didn't think that it was going to turn into a literal light bulb with skin for a face. Oh my God, what the fuck? Bro, how are they going to believe this at school?
You think you're going to school? You're not even making it through the night. Damn. You gotta calm down, I'm gonna get laryngitis.
And right before he was about to get eaten alive by a moving lamp, his brother walks in. Man, will you shut up? Can't even believe I'm related to you, cuz. Stupid ass, bro. The bar mitzvah ain't gonna make you a man, you a hoe. Now after this happened, obviously Phil chooses to believe him, which is crazy because when Lily went to him, they didn't want to listen. That's what we like to call children misogyny. It's just because he's known Ted his whole life and they're best friends. So now he knows that he's not lying, but really it's misogyny. So they decide to work together to find out what happened to Maddie and the other kids that were missing. So they go research his case and they find out that it was a homicide. But there was a little girl in the theater involved. So they go to her house. That little black girl in the beginning, my favorite character so far. Her name's Ronnie Grogan, played by Amanda Christine. Now obviously she doesn't want to help him because the police were trying to pin Maddie's death and the disappearance of them other kids on her dad because, you know, he's black. I didn't know if you guys knew or not, but I think this is like the 60s, so they don't like black people. But she decides to help him anyway when they mention to her that they heard some voices in the pipes. Oh my God, I heard some voices too. It was Codeine Crazy by Future. Are you sure that wasn't just your downstairs neighbor bumping Future? Now that you mention it, it was like 3 a.m. and I heard mask off. Fuck it, mask off. What? Now Leroy's in this room and things are very odd. And by odd, I mean there's a breeze and his window's open. He didn't open that window. That's weird. So these guys bust in his room and they got these like gas masks on. What the fuck is that? What is that? Y'all think y'all Scuba Steve? So they get to beating him up like they from Fallout 3 and they pull a German weapon on him. And they tell him straight up, if he doesn't give the classified information about the B-52 to him, that he's gonna get killed. But they didn't account for one thing, his brother in arms to show up. I mean, this kid has been nothing but annoying this entire time. This is the first time he's done anything real, I'm gonna be honest. And by real, I mean he put him in a rear naked choke, bro. He need to get a job at the UFC, I'm just saying. Anyways, after they end up fighting the guys off and they run off, the kids decide to go to the movie theater. And this is where one of the craziest moments in this episode happens. And by craziest, I mean something happened I did not think was going to happen. So they get in this movie theater, bro, and I know y'all are probably like, Sim, what does that even mean? Something happened I thought would never happen. I mean, obviously that's fiction, right? Things happen all the time you never think would happen. But kids get murdered. Or you remember that baby from the beginning? I told you to hold on to that and that it would be very important. And then I was like, foreshadowing, you know, the thing that I always do, right? Yeah, right. So this motherfucking baby's back, but he's giant. What the fuck is that? What is going on right now? And he gets to murdering everybody. Ted, dead. Phil, dead. Susie, dead. Yeah, you know those kids you thought were gonna be the main characters of the story? They die in the pilot episode. Bro, Ronnie, what are you about to do with a hammer? Bro, look at Lily right now. She has lost her mind. She went through all that stuff with her dad, and now she's tragically seen all of her friends get murdered by a giant demon baby. Oh my God. So they run out, bro. Ronnie puts the hammer through the door, which why would you even think that would stop a giant demon baby? And then Lily has a ripped off hand in her hand, bro. Somebody help her. Oh my God. What a episode 1, man. Oh my God. Oh, we're trucking along. You thought it was over? No, I'm covering all 8 episodes. This video is about to get real wicked. Go get some snacks. I'm telling you, this is just the beginning. Editor, cue episode 2. Dun, 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 dun. It starts off with a recap of what happened in the movie theater. We also get the intro song for this, but I'm not going to play it because, you know, copyright. But it's like 50s and 60s music. I keep saying 50s and 60s. I really hope it is. I feel like it has to be the 50s and 60s, but it just looks like it. The cars got the bubble tops. They're not dressing like they're in the 70s. I ain't seen no bell bottoms yet. I'm just saying. And ain't nobody smoking that gas. Anyways, all you need to know is that a little recap happened and Lily woke up screaming in her bed. They're also posted up outside of Ronnie's dad's house. They are trying their hardest to put this on him, especially now that 3 more children have died. I don't understand how he's the prime suspect when the crazy bitch Lily, who's been in Juniper Hill, is on psychedelic medication, gets found with blood all over her body and a little girl's ripped off hand in her hand. How is Ronnie's dad the suspect? Bro, you can be a crazy white girl that's on crazy meds and gets found with all the bodies, and somehow they'll blame it on a black person that's not there. Welcome to America. This is what Childish Gambino was talking about on that stupid song that we then found out 5 years later was a Drake diss. What a douchebag. Anyways, Ronnie's in there arguing with his mom about what's happened, and now they're going to end up trying to pin this on him. And Ronnie's just sitting there listening to it, obviously sad and distraught because she doesn't want her dad to get pinned up for something he didn't do. Man, one black guy going through the most pain in his entire life, stressed out about getting pinned for murders that he didn't do. And then he got another black guy who's sitting at his nice house with his, oh my God, his wife is bad. Jesus Christ. I am not gonna lie, bro. Jesus, bro. Leroy, your wife is bad as shit. Like, I just try to get behind that one time. Bro, we got a cool house. Bad wife bought her son a telescope. This little kid is Will Hanlon. He's important because he's another kid that's part of the main cast that hasn't died yet. So I said yet, but I honestly don't know what happens after this episode. I'm literally making these in chronological order as I'm watching them. So I can't even spoil you guys on the episodes that are past this. I'm such a thoughtful content creator, you know? Give me a like for that and subscribe. If you don't, you're a bitch. Now Leroy's all banged up from that fight that he got in the day before, and his wife's asking him about it. But obviously he can't really say too much because everything's classified on the Air Force base. What a wonderful job. Can't even tell my wife why I got my ass beat. Now Marge is back at school and she's still trying to impress the patty cakes. I can hate the patty cakes, man. Now Marge walks up and one of their friends is talking to them about this kid that she has a crush on, but she doesn't want to talk about it. He ends up telling them about it, and apparently it's some kid that has a snotty nose. What the fuck is that? You dating a dirty boy from the Powerpuff Girls? Like, what's going on? Every time Marge ends up making something funny or saying a joke, this girl Patty embarrasses her. That's enough, Marge. Don't be rude. She also plays her later on in the lunchroom too. Like, how you gonna get mad at her because she's funnier than you? I hate kids like that. You mad we about to take your shine from you? I never have done well in school or anything with other kids that felt like they were a leader, quote unquote, because I'm a leader. So it's like we always bump heads. And I'm gonna take the spotlight if I can. I can't help it. It's not on purpose. It's just I was a fucking class clown, bro. So I'm always making everybody laugh. Don't get mad at me because you're not funny. Motherfuckers want to be the coolest kid in the room so bad, bro. Relax. Before I get the bacon, you dumb ass. Anyways, Marge doesn't understand why Lily's been talking to Ronnie. So she asks her about it in class, and Lily explains to her that, you know what, I've been through a lot. I have no interest in you or the patty cakes. You need to lay off the cakes. Fat bitch. All right, my fault. That was crazy. Oh, look, it's Will, and he's late to class. Now Hanley gets called into the office and he gets told that the guy that did this to him in his bedroom is the douchebag that was being racist to him when he first got there. Hanlon's a little weary about it, so he decides to do a little bit of due diligence and figure out a thing or two. Hold on to that. Now Charlotte's decided that she was going to go on a side quest. Oh wow, welcome to Derry, the RPG. Today we're traversing the town and we're going to go get something for dinner. Now Charlotte gets to go into this deli and everybody in town's being awesome to her. Hey, how you doing? Hi. Hello. Even the guy in there was being nice when she went to go get that chuck. Hey, I want to make a roast for dinner. For 3. Okay, 3. Got a chuck for you. What, you want a round or a chuck? Let me get the round. like my big fat ass. I ain't gonna lie, the dude voicing you was horny right now. He need to calm down, cuz. Now, in the midst of her getting this for dinner, there's a little boy getting beat up. So she runs over there and she disperses him, tells him to leave him alone. And everybody's looking at her like she's crazy. Just goes to show how messed up Derry is, bro. I feel like this happens all the time. People just be ignoring things. So she goes home and obviously she tells her husband about it. But he's having a terrible day. It seems like she's getting jumped right now, like she's in Jujutsu Kaisen, because her son and her husband are telling her to stop being a weirdo. Mom, we just moved here. Can you please not embarrass me on my first week? Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, you gotta leave a little boy alone, man. You try to go to a school, find out if he got bullies. Whole time, the whole town finna bully your dumb ass. Got me out here tripping, man. Why are you guys being so mean to me? Man, my fault, cuz. I'm just having a bad day, man. You wanna talk about it? You know I can't talk about it, man. Everything classified, man. Hey, huh? God, I hate this job. You wanna go upstairs and have some Mr. Nasty time? Yeah, I wanna go have some Mr. Nasty time. Bro, what is going on in Ronnie's room right now? Is she inside of a placenta? Like, what the fuck is this? Or her mom just gave birth to a giant kid in the bedroom. What the fuck is this? You killed me when you came out of me. Why'd you do it? All I wanted was to hold my baby.
And you killed me. Like those other kids, and like you're gonna kill your father. They'll come for you and they'll take him away. And he'll fry.
Oh my God, what the fuck? Is this an umbilical cord? Oh nah. Oh nah, why is her vagina, is that her stomach or vagina? I feel like that, I don't know, but either way, why does it have teeth? Oh my God, look, it's Pennywise's eyes. It's the first sighting. We still haven't seen him, but you know, it is what it is. Now, obviously, this is crazy, but not as crazy as the blatant racism that happens in Derry all the time. Like, for instance, look at these three guys just having a drink at the bar, having a good old time. And here comes the chief of police, getting haggled by these white dudes at the bar for not putting the black guy in jail.
Man, think about them parents, Chief. Why didn't you put that black in jail? Man, first off, your breath hot. Back up some. You need to come over here with some Colgate strips or something. Listerine patch or something. Like, God damn. Man, listen, either you put him in jail or we gonna find a new police chief. Put him in jail or you can find a new police chief.
Anyways, the police chief is mad, so he ends up trying to tell the bartender to kick these black guys out for no reason. Now, there's a guy with him named Halloran. You might have seen him earlier. He's with the general a lot, and he gets special privileges because apparently he has some ability to find this thing they're trying to excavate. I still don't understand what it is he does and why it's important, but they've been trying to find these objects that are surrounded, there's 6 of them, by this central object that's a weapon that creates fear and can kill a man instantly. You see the indigenous people watching them trying to dig this stuff up? Yeah, so you remember a long time ago, and by a long time ago, I mean like, I don't know, a few years ago when It Part 2 came out. But anyways, you find out that there was this thing called the ritual of Chewed, and that these indigenous people tried to do it, it didn't work, etc, etc. But anyways, Pennywise is this weapon of fear they're talking about, I'm assuming. And they're trying to find it. They probably shouldn't find it because it's going to be a problem. Anyways, this man Halloran keeps saying he's close, that we're gonna find it soon. You better find it because them special privileges are gonna get taken away. And then you're gonna get treated like a black guy. You already are, kind of, but it's gonna be even worse when you don't have special powers. Anyways, back at school, it's lunchtime. And Lily is eating with Ronnie. But not by choice. It's because Ronnie's going up and interrogating her about what she told the police about her dad. Ooh, this is not gonna turn out good. Ronnie ends up freaking out in the lunchroom and she gets sent to the office. Will's in the hallway and he meets a new friend, this little kid right here who I honestly don't know his name. Who the fuck is this? I think his name is Richie? I'm gonna call him Rich, I ain't gonna lie. Probably right, maybe, hopefully. But anyways, they're having a discussion and then this fat kid comes in there and throws a stink bomb in the hallway. This makes my homie Will run into a teacher and he obviously gets in trouble. Now him and Ronnie are gonna meet inevitably because they're both black and they're supposed to, but also because they're in detention. Bro in detention is smelling crazy right now, I ain't gonna lie. Now the problem is that the police chief is getting haggled by the racist white townsfolk. So he has to put somebody in there and it's gonna be the black guy if anybody. So he gets Lily to talk to him again and basically makes her believe that if she doesn't say that that guy was there in the movie theater that night, that she's going back to Juniper Hill and she's gonna be the prime suspect. But he does it in such a gaslighting, manipulative way that she doesn't even know what's going on. And because of this, she accidentally sends this black guy to jail. Just another innocent father getting drugged to prison. Yay! Lily and the police chief are now my two least favorite characters in the entire show. This list can change, but for right now, they're bottom two. Anyways, Hanley goes and he tells the general what happened. That guy that they arrested for doing what they did to him in his bedroom is innocent because he couldn't handle that German gun like that. Remember, I told you to hold on to that fact. Well, this guy couldn't even put an M16 together, let alone this stupid ass German weapon that jams up all the time. I keep calling it a German weapon, but it might have been a Korean weapon. And I'm sure that my editor will fix it every single time if I'm wrong. I really think it's German, but I probably am wrong. I shouldn't second guess myself, but that's the ADHD. Anyways, moving on. We're now at a scene where Lily's going to a grocery store and there's a person on the announcements. I knew as soon as I heard the guy telling him about all the deals at the grocery store over the intercom that he was going to say something to Lily. Lily, your dad's in a pickle jar in the back. Make sure you buy some Campbell's.
There's my little girl. Give daddy a kiss.
And then all the damn jars fall on the ground and he starts putting his pickle body back together. What the fuck is this? Bro, an octopus? Ew. Oh yeah, this is crazy. They strangling her with tentacles. What is this, Stranger Things?
Just one little kiss for Papa.
Yo, smell like straight pickle juice right now. This is crazy. Anyway, she wakes up and obviously she's going to the loony bin. Bro, breaking pickle jars, screaming in the middle of the grocery store. I feel bad for her. Now, remember when I told you that Halloran guy said that they were close, right? Well, they found something. The car with Maddie's body in it and all the skeletons of that family that was with him. I'm pretty sure that's what that is. I'm not 100% sure, but I digress. That is the end of episode 2. Episode 3 starts off in 1908 and we see a little boy with a hat on like he's from The Irishman. Bro is going to grow up and become a part of the mafia. Actually, he's going to grow up and become a part of something that is quite the opposite of the mafia, the military. Yes, this is the general, which is kind of funny. And I'm not talking about that one car insurance place. Call the general. All right, my fault. Yo, doesn't Shaquille O'Neal own that? All right, my bad. Let's move on. Anyways, he's at a circus, bro. And obviously this is 1908. So everybody here is insane. Like, look at this real quick. Are they conjoined twins? I'm assuming back then they didn't know how to get rid of conjoined twins. So their intestines are just connected. What the fuck is that? What is that? Somebody needed to snip them apart and cauterize the wound. I'm just saying. Anyways, the general goes to the back and he hears a old man talking to him. Don't be afraid, boy. Come here. Closer, boy. But I said come closer, man. Stop playing with me, cuz. Now you see it? Now, obviously, the little boy is terrified after seeing all these freaks of nature. So he comes running out into his dad's arms. Son, what's wrong with you? You all right? You tripping, man? Don't be no sissy now. In 1908, calling someone the sissy is the same as calling them the F slur. You know what's going on. But don't worry, you know, his dad did call him a sissy, but he won him a slingshot. So the constellation prize, you know? Now, obviously, this little boy goes home and his dad stops him on the side of the road because he needs to get some water. And by water, I mean his car broke down because it's 1908 and cars suck back then. Now, when he goes to go get this water, there's a sweet little indigenous girl there by the name of Rose. Now, Rose and the general, they become very, very close friends. Mainly because he had to trade his slingshot and the little bit of money he had for the water because he's broke. But that doesn't matter. They spent the whole summer playing together. But one day, the general decided that he was going to run in the woods. Why did you go in the woods when she told you to come back? God, little kids are stupid. We're going to learn a whole lot of lore about Pennywise coming up very, very soon. And these woods are important to that. But for now, we got the general running away from him after he took the form of that freaky ass old dude from the circus. Oh, nah.
Hey, get your ass back here, boy. Don't run from me, cuz. You'll flow too. You'll flow too.
You'll flow too. You'll flow too.
Yo, y'all talking about the float, cuz? Oh, nah. I don't want to float. God damn, yo, the only float I want is an ice cream float. My fat ass hungry right now. God damn, cuz. Right before this old dude was about to eat him, here comes Shorty with the slingshot. Fuck. Oh my God, look at his blood floating in the air. It's just like the movies. Now they escape, and she explains to him that he can't go in the woods anymore, that this thing can't get him once they're out of the woods. This is going to become very relevant later, but we're not there yet. Foreshadowing. Anyways, Lily's at the crazy house, but it's time for her to go. Look at her making her bed. I noticed she's happy to get out of here. One day away from a lobotomy. It's going to be okay, dear. You're a bright girl. You'll figure it out. Yeah, it's my fault that Ronnie's dad's in jail. You know, if I tell the truth, I'll probably wind up back here.
What would you do if you were me?
Speaking of Ronnie's dad, let's go see what's going on with him. And the police chief is questioning him about something he knows that he didn't do. Hey, boy, you told me you weren't at that movie theater, boy, but we found something very interesting out there. Want to tell us why your cigarettes were in the area? Man, I ain't got nothing to do. I don't even smoke embassies, man. I smoke Newport Box 100s, man. Man, I ain't do shit, bro. I ain't got nothing to say, bro. Where my lawyer at? Oh, now you want a lawyer, boy. Okay, all right, we're gonna do your due diligence on the lawyer there, boy. You gonna tell me what I need to know. And if not, you just gonna be a long-lasting, black, dirty ape memory. Man, I ain't do none of them cares, girl. Now come back here, man. Oh my God, bro, they about to put me under the jail like I'm Beanie Siegel, cuz. Now back at school, Ronnie is getting looked at by all the other little boys and girls. It's like she did something wrong, even though she did nothing wrong. But you know, that's besides the point.
Can you imagine? Her dad's probably a psycho.
Man, will you shut up, bro? I know she didn't do it, bro. I know it. Well, I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna say she ain't get raised by a killer, you know what I'm saying? Because her dad, I heard he back in the day, he used to get busy with the pistols, but that's besides the point, man. I don't think that he murdered no kids, though. Man, you just like her, bro. That's the only reason you saying that. I mean, she's the only other black girl in town, bro. What you want me to do? Like a white girl? Hell no. Now at this point, it's looking bad for Ronnie. I'm not gonna lie, her dad's in jail. He doesn't want to tell him what happened and where he was at that night. And now Lily's trying to make things right by bringing a camera. We could just get some proof, you know? Okay, that's cool. We could get some proof, but who's gonna develop it? You think if we take it to Keens, they're gonna get us those pictures? Come on, man. You gotta be smarter than that, Lily. Well, there has to be somebody that could help us. Speaking of pictures, the general is looking at some pictures right now. You remember that car from the end of episode 2? Well, I was wrong about something. I thought that car was from, the little boy, Maddie, when he was in the car with those people. But no, this car was from like the early 50s or 60s or something. Bro, I still have no idea what time period this is. You know what? I'm gonna end this all right now, bro. We're just gonna end it right now. Use Google. Okay, I was right. It is the 60s. I knew it. Okay, but this car is from like maybe the 30s, 40s or something like that. I don't know, back in mob days or whatever. But anyways, that has nothing to do with Maddie or that car. I was wrong about it. We also learned that Halloran is in a tent that's raining through the top. Him and his boys need a better place to hang out. I'm just saying. Now, the general wants to find out what's going on with these excavation sites and get closer to whatever this thing is that they need to find. And he has a special item in a cigar box, but it is not cigars. It's the slingshot that Rose gave back to him when they were children. And Halloran's going to use it to try to siphon in on where Pennywise is at. And maybe they can find his lair. Hey man, what's in that box you got?
I don't even worry about it. You wouldn't even understand, cuz. All right, I need y'all to turn east right now.
All right, we turn to east, bro. Got you, cuz. Now, at this point, Halloran is seeing flashbacks of what happened that day. Why are you still running? We're okay now. We can't come out of the woods. And what was that thing? I don't know. I can't tell you that. Listen, can you keep a secret? And then we come to the present and realize that Rose is the woman that owns the thrift store or antique shop. Is it a thrift store or antique shop? I don't know, but she owns that store. Oh, nah. I should have known, though. She looks kind of familiar. Did they use AI to make that little girl? Or, you know what? Never mind. They probably just typecasted, but that's besides the point. Man, something has to be done about these excavation sites. Something stronger, like a cease and desist letter. Man, that's bullshit, man. Ain't nobody gonna work with that shit. And if that doesn't work, we'll file a formal complaint to the federal government. Oh my God, bro. You know they not gonna listen to us, bro. We are not white. Or they came here and stole our land and you think a cease and desist gonna work? It's out they mind, cuz. Now at this point, my man Halloran is deep into the psychosis. I ain't gonna lie. Bro done popped up and he sees Pennywise, the dancing clowns. Oh no, he found the lair. But for the first time we hear him speak. Who are you? This man Halloran gets to seeing all types of stuff, bro. Bodies, him, her. It's like Franklin on Snowfall in that one scene. Oh my God, he sees his grandma. He's coming, Duke. Get out of here now. Now this dude is in real life opening up the hangar door like he's about to jump out of there. So Hanlon had to wake his dumb ass up. It's funny that his name's Hanlon and this guy's name's Halloran. Now at this point, Halloran is in the infirmary and he's getting checked out, but he's okay. And the general thanks him for what he's been doing and tells him that he's going to try to find a spot for him and his boys to hang out at. All that pain he's going through, it's kind of adding up. It's working out for him. Can't believe it. Now, Rich and Will, they're talking about the girls that they like and stuff. And here comes Lily and Ronnie popping up. Man, what's up, man? How can I help you? And listen, can you help us with chemicals and, developing film? It depends on what's going on. Like, if I'm gonna believe you or not. I know you're not gonna believe me. Man, try me, bro. It can't be that bad. Talking about try me. Think you days low for something. And just like that, she explained what's going on. And bro is not believing that shit. I mean, I believe that she believes it, but that don't mean I do. Now, at this point, he decides that he's going to help her anyway because he has the sweets for her, as Rich would call it. But Rose sees the general. Now, the general goes and he brings a cease and desist letter. He's basically trying to smooth it over by telling her that, oh, we'll work together and we'll find out where these secret burial grounds are that you don't want dug up and you don't want hurt. We'll work together. But really, he's just trying to find out where these items are so he can, you know, hone in on where Pennywise is. He doesn't know it's Pennywise yet, but that's just what it is. Bro thought he was smooth coming in here, smooth talking Rose and all that. I mean, it was working though. I ain't gonna lie. Rose was falling straight for that bullshit. You could tell it's been a long time since she had some dick. Now at this point, we go back to the hideout, you know, the place that they're not supposed to be taking people to. And somehow, you know, Lily has been taking everyone to. But that's besides the point. I mean, the reality is, you know, Ted died, Phil died, Maddie died. So Lily was the only one left that knew where it was, so kind of like her spot now. Now, Rich is up here telling them about how his grandma and his family told him about evil spirits and that he thinks this thing that's after them is one of those evil spirits and that he knows how to conjure them. But they have to go to a cemetery first. You should have known that little bro was on some bullshit, but you know, obviously they have no idea because they're going to believe him. It's their friend. Now, Halloran gets invited over to dinner and he's having a conversation with Leroy and Charlotte about where they came from and how she was a history teacher and he's just ranting and raving about the awesome Cajun food that she made. What I would do for a beautiful black woman like that to make me food and let me tell them jokes and pay our bills.
Man, your wife sure know her way around the kitchen, man.
Yeah, but let me talk to you about something, man. Well, what kind of dude is you, bro? You was up there on that plane tweaking. Felt like somebody was in my mind at dinner, and I felt that same way the other day when it was people in my room, cuz. So stop trying to read my mind, cuz.
Man, you ain't got any to worry about that no more. I looked in your brain when a gun was to your head, bro. You was just analyzing, taking everything in. It's like the part of your brain that's got fear don't even work or something. You don't fear nothing. Like, look, watch. Ice Spice's mixtape. Nothing, bro. Nothing happened. The average man would have just had convulsions when I said that. That mixtape is trash. But not you. And I need you in them trenches with me. No back.
Motherfucker talking about no back. What you, G Herbo? Now they at the cemetery and Rich is over there just saying a bunch of nothing. Bro is yapping. Like, bro, shut up, Eminem. Now they realize at this point that Rich is on some bullshit. That he doesn't really know what he's doing. He just heard part of this from his family, but he doesn't really know how to summon any spirits. But don't worry though. They're not gonna have to summon any spirits. Pennywise is gonna show up for him. But Will fumbled the bag and tells Ronnie that he doesn't believe him. Obviously, they've been through a lot. So this triggers them and they dip off. Rich and Will follow because, you know, obviously they're not about to stand there in the middle of a... Wait, hold on, real quick. What kind of CGI is this? I seen this same level CGI on Jeepers Creepers Reborn. What the f is that? Now they're riding through the cemetery and look at all these dead spirits following them around. Now they're taking pictures of everything. I mean, they're getting good shots, I'm not gonna lie. But they doing better passes than John Stockton. Now this dude Will picked the camera up last, bro, and for some reason he decides to walk into this catacomb and take a picture of whatever pops out. Now, let me just be real with you. What you think, you playing Elden Ring? Why would you walk into a catacomb? There was nothing good in there for you. Bro must have thought he was built different, I ain't gonna lie. But don't worry, Will ends up getting a picture and he makes it. Surprisingly, I don't know. The way that they've been killing kids in this show, I thought Will might have got smoked, but obviously he's very important to the story, so that's probably not gonna happen yet. Now they developed these pictures and they turn out great. And I'm thinking to myself, okay, cool, they finally got proof. They're gonna take the pictures to the police department. They're gonna get Ronnie's dad out. Everything's gonna be cool. Man, these are gonna get your dad out for sure. I sure hope so. Oh my God, look at that ugly ass girl right there. And look, that one spirit that was floating. Wait a minute, what's this last one? Wait, what is that? Is that a clown? Oh, nah! The first sighting of Pennywise. And that is the end of episode 3. On to episode 4. Dun, 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 dun. The kids pull up to the police department, and you know that they got this proof this time. They're gonna have to let Ronnie's dad out. I mean, hopefully they're gonna let her dad out. Now, obviously, when they turn these pictures in, Pennywise is still on his picture, but all the rest of them are gone. All the spirits missing. It's kind of sad when you think about it, because they did all of this, risked their life, just for Pennywise to play with them. God, they think maybe it's like Dracula or something, like you can't see his reflection. No! Pennywise is just the ultimate gaslighter, true legend of the game. The type to make you think that you're the one that's actually wrong, when in reality, it's him. Now Lily decides to go talk to somebody that has a little sense, you know, that woman from Juniper Hill when she was leaving. Some of you may or may not remember her. So they go to dinner and she explains to her what's going on. And the lady says, there were some boys, you know, that went missing back in the 30s. It's because it's a Great Depression. So they probably were leaving, trying to find better places to go, you know, hitchhiking to a different place, a different existence. Even though we all were poor, I don't really understand why they would leave, but that's what I thought happened. So you don't think that, you know, anything I say could have happened? Oh, fuck no. You're crazy. You're probably going to be back in Juniper Hill by the end of the month. What? Now Charlotte's still trying to figure out what's going on in the town with all these kids disappearing, and she saw Ronnie's dad in the newspaper. Now she doesn't know that Will and Ronnie are friends yet, but she will very soon. Now her and Rose are having a discussion, and Rose obviously isn't really giving any information up. It's like a secret thing for them, you know, it's their culture and their story. So obviously she isn't just gonna go willy-nilly telling everybody. But don't worry, we're gonna find out a lot this episode. Hold on, put your seatbelts on. Now you remember when I told you that Halloran was gonna get a special place for him and the boys to go? Well, they got one. It's this little bunker that got decommissioned. They're using it for storage, but you know, it's got a kitchen in it and all types of stuff. They're gonna clean it up real nice, put a bar in there, bring the hose through, you know, whole king caboodle. Man, this place is nice, cuz, I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna put some hose there, put a bar here, put some more hose over there. I might put a stripper pole up.
Man, you don't get no hoes, man. What you talking about?
Man, what you talking about? I got like 300 matches on Tinder today.
Man, this is 1960, bro. It ain't Tinder. Only thing tender is you, cuz.
Man, that's messed up, cuz. Now that the boys have to clean up this messy ass place, let's go back to school and see what the kids are talking about. Here comes Marge talking to Lily once again. Yo, why are they getting videos of a nuclear fallout? Like, were nuclear bombs just dropping all the time back then? I know Hiroshima happened and stuff, but like, was that a regular occurrence? Yup, there goes that turtle again. Very important. Bro, Marge gotta go ahead with that, bro. Leave Lily alone. Keep looking and smiling at her and all that. Freaky ass. Anyways, Will comes home from school and he goes upstairs to go try to find those pictures again. But he should have known better. His mom found them. You know dang well your mom gonna dig in your stuff. That's one thing moms do. You can't have no secrets. They're gonna be cleaning up randomly, find everything in your room. Anyways, he explains to her what happened. Somebody came after us. We're trying to get pictures in. Oh my God, Mom. It was scary. My God. No more running around with that group of friends of yours. To school and back home. That's it. Okay, Mom. So that night at dinner, he was terrified. Didn't want his dad to find out that he'd been gallivanting all late. So his mom looked out for him and told his dad that there's a girl involved. There's a girl. Man, come on, Mom. Don't tell him that. Damn, my son got a girl. Oh, I knew you was about to get some pull, bro. Man, I'm proud of you, cuz. Them ankles loose, baby. Man, can I be excused, bro? I got homework, man. Hey, go ahead, man. Hey, don't be upstairs talking to that little girl, man. You gonna go blind touching your... My dad always used to tell me gooning would make you go blind, man. Now, obviously, after hearing this news, he decides that he wants to go take his son fly fishing. Man, tell me about that girl, man. Man, she ain't my girl. She ain't your girl yet. Man, you a handler, man. I know you about to handle that. You feel me? The handlers handle. You know what I'm saying? Hey, hold on. What, you about to catch something, son? Okay. Be careful now. Be careful. Oh, man, you lost it, man. I'm gonna go get some more bait, though. Hold on real quick. Hold my shit real quick, son. So Leroy goes to walking away, and Will is there holding his fishing rod. And I'm thinking everything is gonna be normal, you know? It's a swell day in Derry. That's what I would like to tell you. But as soon as he went to go get that bait, a little fish swam up the Will. And what is that, a koi fish? It shouldn't even be in this pond. Can't trust no koi fish, I'm just saying. Now he go look at this koi fish. His dad grabbed him. He looking like Mark from RDC right now when he was in the Avatar state. I'm talking about your burn too. What the fuck is that? So Leroy come grab him up, bro, and this dude is freaking out, bro. It's something bad here, Dad. It was you, and there's something bad in Derry. Look at my arms, Dad. They really f***ed me up, son. Wait, what is that, cuz? And then they see it, the signature Pennywise, a floating red balloon. Oh no. Now Charlotte is still trying to figure out what's going on. Now that she knows that Ronnie and Will are friends, and Ronnie's dad is arrested for some stuff that he probably didn't do, she pulls up on the police chief to find out if she can talk to him and find information about his case. Now the police chief has told her that he has a right to a public defender, just like everybody else, and he's been having his rights. But Charlotte knows that ain't true. She from the South, bro. She know how these white folks do it. Can I talk to him?
Are you his family or his counsel?
No.
Then no. Get your black ass out of here. Walk real slow when you leave, though. You look good. I ain't gonna lie.
So she ended up leaving and finding Ronnie's information. She go to her house to talk to his mom, and his mom is telling her straight up, I thought my son was in his room. The only one that knows what happened with my son that night is God and him. And the white woman that he was sleeping with. What? Wait, who said that? Yep, that's right. We find out that Ronnie's dad was sleeping with a white woman. He was having an affair that night. Not just with a regular white woman, though. A married white woman. You know they about to cook his ass. Bro, I ain't gonna lie. He probably would like to spend time in prison more than what's gonna happen to him if the white people find out that he been sleeping with a married white woman. Anyways, now that she has this information, it's gonna open up a whole new door for her. New angle to go and find out what happened. Even though I told you exactly what was happening, I skipped the part basically, but I mean, she's gonna go talk to him about it later anyway. So now you know, and I know. Anyways, the boys are cleaning up that spot, and Halloran goes outside and he starts seeing vision of his grandma, and she's talking to him and telling him to keep his lid on tight and to watch himself. Now I don't know if Pennywise is messing with him or if that's his grandma actually giving him real visions. I still don't know yet, but we're gonna find out together. Don't worry. Now Halloran is trying to explain to Halloran what happened with his son, telling him that a burnt version of him was grabbing his son. He had cuts and bruises on his hands and said that something bad is in Derry. And he's asking Halloran, what the hell is it?
Man, I don't know what it is, man. And I don't even want to know. I don't think you want to know either. You need to carry on with your business, cuz.
Now the kids realize at this point that the reason why everything is happening this way is because Pennywise is trying to make them fear, so it comes out on their glands. He's basically trying to make them scared so the meat tastes better when he eats them. That's why he's toying with them instead of, actually just killing them like he could. So Lily steals some what seems to be pills from her mom. Now I'm not gonna lie, these pills are supposed to kind of ease their mind, make them not afraid, etc. I'm starting to think them shits are like Xanax or something, but I'm not 100% sure. Either way, none of that matters. What does matter is that this snail has a parasite in it right here, and it's going to become very relevant later. Just wait on it. Anyway, Charlotte goes to the police office, and Leroy's partner from the military, he sees her. So obviously he's going to tell Leroy that he's seen her at the police department earlier. Anyway, she pops up with a note from Ronnie's dad's mom. I really wish that I could learn Ronnie's dad's name. I didn't have to keep saying Ronnie's dad, but you know what? I don't really care. Anyways, this is where they have that conversation, and he tells her that he's having an affair with a married white woman. That's all you need to know. Don't worry about it. Let's move on. Now back at school, Marge and Lily are finally talking. They're having lunch together after Marge asked Lily if they could, which is obviously not a good idea because Marge is a terrible person, but it is what it is. Now the whole plan is to have this boy Tim embarrass her in front of the whole school by making it seem like Tim likes her, but in reality, he doesn't. He's an asshole. And of course, Lily falls for it because it's just her dream, having a pretty boy like her, having anyone like her, honestly. Now, Marge feels terrible in this moment, and it seems like she's about to tell the truth, but not before something terrible happens. I need to tell you something. The truth is, Now, in this moment, Pennywise is messing with Marge, and she makes her eyes all bulgy and big like the snail that had the parasite. Now, Marge is freaking out, and she's in the workshop class trying to use the saw to cut them off, which is insane, by the way. Now, Lily goes to try to calm Marge down. Marge has this thing in her hand stabbing at her. Now, she's on top of Marge with this thing in her hand. Now, obviously, this looks terrible, and they're probably gonna send Lily's crazy ass back to Juniper. But before that could happen, Leroy's gonna ask Charlotte about why she went to the police office today. There's an innocent black guy in there that says that he didn't do no murders. Now, I'm gonna help him like anybody else would and should. Man, nobody else would do that. You're the only one doing it, man. God, bro, we only been here, I don't know how long, and you just start trouble. Now, after they're done arguing, Will ends up waking up in the middle of the night and decides to look outside with his telescope. I don't know why he did, but he did. And oh my God, is that a silhouette of Pennywise? Oh, nah. Now, my man go running outside and he is mad. Because who was peeping on my son? And right before he goes back into the house, there it is once again, a stupid red balloon. Now, this was the final straw for Leroy. So he goes into the base and he asks them what the hell they're chasing. And this is when we start to get it. That information that we've been waiting on. Because that indigenous boy, the one that's the nephew to Rose, he's in there. And Halloran is starting to see into his mind. Like Professor Xavier or something. Something wrong with his ass. Yo, he is freaking out, bro. But this motherfucker is tripping right now. Now, he's inside of this dude's brain. Now, the little boy is in there playing with his toys and all that. And Rose comes walking in to talk to him and tell him about the story of what happened with Pennywise, what he is, how it is, and what they had to do to stop him. Strap in, this story is mad interesting. Now, an evil spirit come down from the night sky in the form of a meteor. Years and years and years pass until the first ancestors come. They break off a part of the star that formed when he landed, and they made a weapon that would keep Pennywise at bay, keep him in the woods basically. Now they lived for generation and generation in harmony with him. Didn't go in the woods, and that was his hunting ground until the settlers came. And they messed up everything because that's what white people do. They haunted the woods. Just like that, they were haunted. Eventually, he could end up haunting outside of the woods. He got stronger. They had to figure something out. That single dagger wasn't enough. So they set up an expedition. They go into the woods and get more parts of that star to stop him. So they did. They popped up at the western wood and they traversed it. Now when the rest of the tribe realized that the daughter had went missing, they went in, but they didn't have a dagger to keep them safe. They were at the mercy of Pennywise. It took the form of a giant elk. He's kind of going crazy. So he started smoking them, showing them the greatest fears that they could imagine in their head. Now the great warrior of the tribe was no match for Pennywise. Pennywise dropped the warrior though, because her daughter popped up with the dagger. It was too late. Her mom went on to be with the great ancestors in the sky, and they decided that they had to do something. So they went back and they collected a bunch of these stars, 13 of them to be exact, and they buried them all around the woods to keep Pennywise trapped. And that's why this excavation is dangerous. Now, at this point, I don't know if this, thing keeping him in the woods is even working because he's been outside of the woods multiple times. And then I was wondering if maybe, he still can't hunt. Like he can do the illusions and mess with people, but he couldn't kill them. And that giant baby murdered everybody in the theater, so it can't be that. At this point, I don't even know. Obviously he got strong enough to get past it. Maybe it just never worked in the first place. I don't know. Anyways, in the middle of the story though, Halloran pops up, clapping his hands.
That's a great story, man. Now tell me, where these little parts at?
So he points him in the right direction. It's a very old house that if you go down underneath it and follow the paths, you'll find everything. This old house is the one from the movie, The House with the Well.
Dun, 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 dun.
And now we're on to episode 5, where our friends are going through a lot of bullshit right now. Notably, this indigenous dude right here, because oh my God, why is he foaming at the mouth? Somebody please get him some help.
Oh shit. Hey, somebody get some help. Yo, this motherfucker here foaming at the mouth, guys. Bro, look like my girl on Saturday night. You feel me?
Man, what the fuck? Hey, yo, what just happened, man? What did he just do?
Hey, calm down, man. Listen, man, we gonna get you some answers, all right? By answers, I mean I'm gonna gaslight you and make you feel like you're helping us even though you're really setting the world on fire, but that's besides the point.
Now, you're probably wondering at this point what happened to Marge. Well, Marge is okay, except, her eye is missing, and now she's gonna have to wear an eye patch because... well, her eye is missing, but that's besides the point. Don't worry though, she told everybody that Lily was actually the one helping her and that everything is fine. Even though it looked like Lily was on top of her with a weapon and was trying to murder her. Don't worry, all the adults will believe her. Even though she's been to Juniper Hill multiple times and she's fucking crazy, but that's besides the point. All we need to know is that Marge is okay. And so are the kids, except, wait a minute, who the there's somebody in the tent. Probably one of those homeless people from Derry. Didn't have a house to live, so he went there and started sleeping in the tent. And oh my God, Maddie's alive? Oh nah. Now I'll be honest with you guys. When I first saw this, I instantly thought to myself, there's no way that Maddie could have possibly been in those sewers down there with those bodies, seen those deadlights, and somehow escaped the sewers and got back to this secret hideout to go sleep in the tent. It just didn't make much sense to me. So then I started putting 2 and 2 together, 2 plus 2 equals 4. 4 plus 4 equals, I can't count past 6, so I don't really know. But that doesn't matter. What does matter is that clearly this is Pennywise messing with these kids. I mean, it was very obvious to me. He don't even look like Maddie. His hair is a different color and everything. Anyways, he explains that he was down in the sewers and that he escaped. That Susie's down there with her arm tore off, bleeding out. That Phil's there, but he can't move. And that Ted, well, he's dead. He said that he watched Pennywise eat Ted's brains right in front of him. What a terrible guy. Anyways, the fact that he says Phil is still alive makes them feel like they need to go down there and go get him. Which I feel like is, I don't know, fucking dumb, but, who am I? Yeah, Phil, he just can't move, but he's down there still. Oh my God, Phil's down there. We have to go get him. Wait a minute. What do you mean we have to go get him? Well, we can't leave him down there. Yeah, Sean, I'm just saying, that don't even make any sense. Like, why the fuck would we leave my man Phil down there, Sean? Like Phil been there for us all our life, son. And by all our lives, I mean, like, we barely know him, son. We just go to school with him, and he's barely done anything for us. I don't even know why we would go down there to save him, son. I'm just saying respectfully. But those kids decide that they can't leave any man left behind, so they're gonna go down to get him. Simultaneously, the military is also putting a team together to go into the sewers through the old house and to find these artifacts. Now, you know, you put 2 and 2 together, the kids and the military are gonna cross paths, but probably not in the way that you expect it to be. Hold on to that. We're not there yet. Foreshadowing. Now, the indigenous people are coming together and they are talking about the augury, an event in which, you know, Pennywise gets to feast on a lot of people all at once and go back into his hibernation for 27 years. Speaking of feasting all at once and then hibernating for 27 years, I don't know what that has to do with this moment I'm about to reference, but just go with me. Anyways, Ronnie's father is being transported to Shawshank. Yo, is Shawshank Redemption? Is that a Stephen King book? It's like Stephen King's universe is like an altogether thing. Like it's all encompassing. It's kind of crazy. Anyways, Hank almost got shot at going to the bus. Motherfucker ran up and tried to hit him with that splickety-doo. That mouse tool, if you will. That pew, pew, pew. Respectfully, I would not let that happen to me. And by not let it happen to me, I mean, I probably would have gotten shot. I mean, it's just my luck. I would have been the one that got blown to smithereens. Now, Rose popped up on the general to have a conversation with him about this excavation that he's doing. She realizes that he's kind of been bullshitting, and then he gaslights her. Tells her that they should work together, that they're trying to find these artifacts to close the cage, to keep Pennywise in a tighter vicinity so he can't go to Derry. You know, when I really think about it, I don't understand, but why didn't the people do that before? Like, they already were inside of his, you know, nest. They were fighting him. They had a weapon that he was afraid of and he can't really do anything to. So why not just put those artifacts around his little cave? Because then that way he wouldn't be able to even come out of the cave. And if he can't come out of the cave, he's gonna starve. He wouldn't be able to eat. You know, the more I think about it, the less sense it makes that they didn't do this already. Anyways, this startles Rose. And now she realizes that they're probably gonna utilize her nephew to find these artifacts, that he's gonna have to go with them. So she goes into her secret safe and pulls out the weapon, the one that her ancestors used against Pennywise. For some reason, this weapon works on him. I don't know. It's like, I don't know, maybe it's like Kryptonite and Superman. You know, it's from his home planet, so it's a weakness because they're on Krypton. I'm assuming there's kryptonite on Krypton. You know what? I'm not a comic book guy, but I'm assuming it's working the same way. Now, Lily decided that she needed to talk to somebody, so she popped up on the shorty from Juniper Hill. And here's her husband, the guy that works at the deli. Yo, it's kind of crazy. He was such a nice guy at the deli, but he's an asshole right here. He's all drunk, demanding his steak. Like, what's wrong with this dude? And don't burn it this time, stupid bitch. Now, Lily is telling the shorty from Juniper Hill that she wants to go into the sewers with her friends to, you know, help out and go find Phil. And she obviously thinks it's a stupid idea. Don't you go down there in those sewers. You promised me, okay?
Hey, bitch, you got my steak?
Oh my God, honey, I'll have it in a minute. I don't even need any steak. Look at you.
What you say, bitch?
Nothing. God, I hate my life. But don't go in those sewers, okay? You promise? Okay, I promise. Did not tell you that I'm going in the sewers later. What? Now, Will also needs to go into the sewers, or at least he feels that way, so he ends up dipping out on his mom. Now, Retta and Nebo, to the streets where this old house is, have gotten shut down due to a gas leak. But obviously, it's because the military are coming together with a whole team of men to infiltrate the sewers. You know, something I didn't understand about this episode is that they went down with an entire team in these sewers, but when you actually get to the part where they're in the sewers, it doesn't even seem like there's that many people down there. Like, when they pull up to the house, it looks like there's at least like 20 men there. Then you go in the sewers and it's like maybe 8, 9. I don't know, bro. Maybe I'm like misremembering, but it didn't seem like a lot of people. I wonder if Pennywise killed all of them. I don't know. But anyways, let's count them. Okay, look at what I'm saying, bro. It looks like it's like 8 or 9 people. But when they pulled up, yo, editor, put the scene when they pulled up. How many people was that? I'm honestly not going to count them. I'm going to have the editor do it, but that's besides the point. Now, anyways, they end up going down in this little well and shit. Now, at this point, you remember this well. It's from the movie 2017 one, the first and the second one. I think that in the first movie, they just went through the sewers, through the woods. And I say first movie, but it's really a mini series that they compiled into like and made a movie. That's why it's 3 hours long. Super gas, by the way, if you haven't already seen it. I made a video about it, selfish plug. I actually like it more than the 2017 ones. That's just me though. Now they're down in the sewer, and at this point, they basically told him to shoot anything that doesn't look normal. Anything that is out of the ordinary or strange or, just isn't what you would regularly see. Smoke they ass. But obviously, people aren't listening. Now this dude Halloran ends up falling into the water. This man Pennywise then pulled him down into the sunken place. Now we see his grandma again, and we realize that his grandma has not been being shown to him as a help. No, Pennywise has been messing with his head. Now his granddad walking there, and he got that revolver on his waist. Oh my God, he got the splickety doodah. But before we can find out what his granddad is doing, let's go back to the sewers and see what our military men are going through. Uh-oh, something's coming. What the fuck is that big ass hand? Yo, was that Uncle Sam, cuz? Oh, nah. Bro talking about I want you. He trying to recruit him to the military. Nah, he recruiting him to hell. It's over for him. Bro, a big ass Uncle Sam pop up on me with a top hat. I ain't gonna lie. I would have probably did the same thing they did. I would have got smoked. Talking about I want you. Boy, I want you to take a breath, man. Your breath is obviously hot. Now the kids pop up at the sewers and they go in there and you'll probably remember this entrance. This is that one entrance that the guy with the lighter and the was it hairspray? You remember he went in there and he got smoked? Yeah, that's the entrance that he went into. Now they're down there in the sewer, bro, and this indigenous guy dips off, but he ends up dropping the weapon. Uh-oh, that's not good. Don't worry though, this weapon will become useful very soon. Just wait on it. Let's see what Halloran's up to.
Hey boy, I know you and your grandma got these little things y'all be doing, talking to each other between y'all heads and shit, probably talking about me, saying I look like Curious George and all that. It's cool. I do look like a monkey a little bit, but I found your little box and we're gonna open it up together. Man, I ain't opening no box. If you open that box, boy, I'm a
and he shot his grandma in the kneecap. Oh, nah. Now this box is what his grandma had him do when he was growing up, because he was seeing a bunch of dead people, hearing voices. So his grandma had him lock all those things away in this little box in his brain, in his subconscious. Now Pennywise, he has psychic abilities, so he found out about this and he's torturing him by having him open the box up. This is bad because now he's going to start seeing dead people again. He's going to start, hearing voices. Speaking of seeing dead people and hearing voices, the kids that are in the sewer are in there and they done pop Xanax. They are high as hell. Talking about mommy's little helper. No, those are Xannies. The Xannies. Kids walking around like zombies right now. Every one of those kids tweaking. Now, while Halloran is going through that messed up situation, both Leroy and his partner are down in the sewers. And yo, whoa. Why is Charlotte down here? Bro, I'm just saying, believe half you see and what you hear, man. I ain't gonna lie, that's not your wife. And he knew it too, so he shot her in the head. Bro, the jump scares in this shit are immaculate, bro, because how they scare me, and I'm rewatching this for the third time. This is the third time I've seen this while recording this video, and I still got scared. Probably them fat ass teeth of his, I'm just saying. But don't worry though, my man Leroy put that Yamin to her head. Speaking of putting that Yamin to their head, the kids are about to get their head messed with when they realize that Maddie is not who they think it is. It's Pennywise, the dancing clown. Yo, this is the first time we get to see Pennywise, bro. We're 5 episodes in and we finally get to see the clown version of Pennywise. It's kind of crazy. Now the kids end up dipping off, obviously, and they end up running into Leroy and his partner right before they get out. But Leroy doesn't realize that the kids are real, but his partner does. So he jumps in the way and he got shot. Oh my God. Bro almost killed his own son. Man, what the fuck? Man, why is y'all in here, cuz? Dad, we were just trying to help my friend Phil and remember, shut your ass up. Oh my God, I done killed my partner, cuz. Oh man, cuz. Leroy, just let me go. It's my time. I'm gonna go to heaven and get my 72 virgins. Man, you're not even Muslim, cuz. Oh shit. And just like that, Leroy's partner dies in his arms, like that YMW Melly song. And he died inside my arms, blood all on my shirt. Now he grabs his body, obviously, because he's gonna take his friend away. Oh my, wait a minute. Where's Lily at? Uh-oh, SpaghettiOs. So Lily is caught in a sewer, just like that one kid with the blowtorch hairspray thing. Same exact way he died. Uh-oh.
Oh, too bad. You couldn't save old Matty boy. Tasty Matty boy. You convinced everyone to come and see me. You're such a good friend, but such a bad daughter.
Now, Pennywise was about to smoke Lily, but that dagger was on the ground and started glowing as soon as he got close to it. There's nothing that he can do about it, except for stand there and realize that he's a big bitch. It's kind of sad when you think about it. All that power and you still can't do anything because someone had a dagger. Ah, what a tough life. Anyways, Hank ends up sneaking in the car of the woman that is from Juniper Hill. We find out in this moment that this is the woman that he's been sleeping with. Obviously, it's kind of up because he's sleeping with a married white woman who's clearly married to a white man who has some sort of notoriety in the town. He's cooked. The term cooked makes a lot of sense when you realize what's going to happen. We're not there yet though, but just hold on to that. Anyways, Shorty's happy to see him. Look at them kissing each other and all that. You know, I'm just saying, bro, you should take any black celebrity for an example, bro. Stop messing with them white women. It's gonna get you messed up every time. Look at him. He could have avoided all of this, but he started to mess with a white woman. And now he's in even more trouble than he was initially. Oh my God, stop swirling. I know it doesn't make much sense because I'm half black and half white. And the fact that my mom swirled is the reason I exist. But hey, I can't choose my mom. Can't choose who she slept with. Has nothing to do with me. All I do know is that historically, messing with those white women get you screwed. Back at the base, the general is talking to my man Leroy, and he's going through it. Obviously, because his partner's dead. He just needed some time, you know, get his thoughts together, see his family. Makes perfect sense when you put two and two together. He finds out that Halloran hasn't reported back to base yet, but he feels like he'll get out. He'll find his way. And he does eventually. But then he sees Leroy's dead partner walking around. Not good. The box is open, and now he is going to be in some trouble. That ends episode 6, but don't worry, there's still 6, 7, and 8 to cover. Don't go anywhere. Things get very, very fucking crazy. 1935, Juniper Hill. Shh, get up, come on. I don't want to go. Oh, there's nothing to be afraid of. Come on. This is a lot of steps. They didn't have elevators in 1935? Oh my God, I don't want to come down here. I'm scared. Oh, don't be scared, honey. Now, Mabel, you said this is where the clown told you to meet him, right? You could tell me. Then they see it, a floating balloon. Uh-oh. It's okay, sweetheart, it's just a balloon.
Now, why the hell did you go down there with your friends, man? You didn't listen to your mom, and you went down there anyway. And look at you. Oh my God, almost shot your dumb man. You think this is a game? This ain't no game, man. You gotta get your stuff together. I had to, Dad. My friend Phil was down there. You always tell me that you can't leave your men behind, that you should never hide for trouble. That makes life count. It's the risk you take in your friends, and I got friends. Man, you were not me, cuz. No, I'm not you, because I would have never let my friends die.
Now, right in this moment, Will realized he fucked up because he got slapped in the mouth by his big ass dad. Now, obviously, Will is upset about this because, bro, why did you slap me like that? You a grown ass man. And obviously, Will's dad is upset about it, but he lost it. I mean, he just lost his partner, just found out about some weird primordial being that's eating people and children. And he's in a hectic moment with his wife. You know who else is in a hectic moment? The entire town, as Hank has wanted posters. Bro, they are mad about this guy, bro. Literally, I'm talking pitchforks, a whole mob of people. They do not rock with him. Now, the problem at hand here is that the kids are together again, obviously, but Ronnie's dad is wanted, and Lily wants to go back in the sewer. There's a chance that Phil's alive. We have to go get him. He can set your dad free. Bro, Lily, shut your dumb ass up. But why in the heck would we go in the sewers, almost die, and then go back to the sewers? Doesn't make any sense. So Ronnie started snapping on her, talking about they should have never let her out of Juniper Hill. And at this moment, I was like, oh, snap. Me personally, I'm not letting her talk to me like that. But you know, Lily kind of soft, so she let her talk to her like that. But you know, that's besides the point. Anyways, my man Halloran's free. Let's go see what he's doing. Okay, he goes back to the base. They cleaning up. Hey, man, what's good, Halloran? How you doing, bro?
Hey, man, I messed up, man. I need some liquor.
Are you looking for this right here? And I got you, cuz. You need this?
And more do you know, bro?
Are you good, Mud?
What does this motherfucker think, you Rakai or something?
Now, while Halloran is having a midlife crisis and seeing dead people, like the guy from The Sixth Sense, they thought it was a good idea, and by they, I mean Charlotte and the white woman, to bring Ronnie's dad to this base. What the fuck is you doing? Now, obviously, Halloran wants no part of this because, I mean, why would he? He's already going through enough. And now they want him to be okay with harboring a fugitive. My God, bro. He's seeing dead people. He's going to end up seeing himself very soon. I'm just saying. Oh, look at Rich and Marge having the little moment together. Oh, that's so sweet. Oh my God, her eye is gross. What the fuck is ew? Oh my God, what the f is that? It's awful, isn't it? No, it's the coolest thing I've ever seen, actually. I can't believe that she healed that fast. Like, they're in the 60s. Like, I feel like that thing would have turned septic or something. Like, I don't know, man. She should definitely be blessed that she didn't die from that. I'm just being honest. Now, my man Halloran is going through it. He's in his room, getting drunk. Feels like he wants to smoke himself because he keeps seeing dead people. And Leroy isn't making it any better, going to have a conversation with him. Bro, he's not trying to hear that. I mean, he does explain to him about the box and how it's open now and how he can see all these dead people, but he also is explaining to him that he wants him to get the hell out of his room by yelling at him. Don't try to hit him with, I'm your commanding officer, don't da-da-da. Man, I don't give a fuck. Get out. Yo, calm down, Shao Kahn. Bro talking like he the ruler of Outworld, I'm just saying. Now, in the lunchroom, the patty cakes decide to come up to Marge and to have a conversation with her about why she's sitting with Rich's weird ass. And I'm gonna be honest, in this moment, I seen camaraderie because she gave her a cool eye patch and now she kind of looks like a member of One Piece. If you know, you know. But she stands up for Rich in this moment and tells Patty that she is a weirdo while parading her weird pussy eye at her. Kind of gross. But I digress. I had a lot of respect for Marge in this moment. I used to hate her, but now I like her. I'm rocking with Shorty. But let's move on to Lily popping up at the Shorty's crib from Juniper Hill and realizing in this moment that her dad is Pennywise. Oh my God. She had all these pictures of Pennywise up there and I'm like, oh my God, oh, how is that even possible? And we find out that her dad's name is Bob Gray. And he was actually a clown that Pennywise ate and became, which is kind of crazy if you think about it, because what the fuck and how the fuck did he look like this dude Pennywise? But then we find out that Pennywise just looked like him. He needed a good way to lure children in, so he decided to become a clown, which makes perfect sense and kind of like also not perfect sense because I'm gonna be honest, I was a kid once and I hated clowns. I still do. Anyways, the kids done popped up on Rondi's and are trying to still convince her to go find Phil. I don't understand why they're even doing this. Like, what are we talking about right now? Now, obviously, Rondi doesn't want to go because she just found her dad. Why the would I go back down there after I found my father? And obviously her dad's not gonna let her go either. I'm not going there, and my dad's not gonna let me anyway.
Nah, you right. I ain't letting you go down there. But this kid's obviously just worried about you, honey. You know what I mean? And let me ask you a couple questions, all right? What's your favorite movie, man?
Pootie Tang?
Pootie Tang? What? Okay, what's your second favorite movie?
Friday After Next.
You like the third Friday the best? All right, you know what? But I ain't gonna lie, this kid might not be good for you, Ronnie.
And you know what else isn't good for Ronnie? The racist white guys coming together to form a coalition. Motherfuckers done turned into the Ku Klux Klan of Derry. And they decided that they're gonna infiltrate and try to get Hank back themselves. This is a big problem, by the way, like a very huge problem. Now, obviously, everyone's having a swell old time, dancing, singing. My man Richie been playing the drums right now. This is awesome. Can't wait to see what happens when all these racist white guys show up. Even the crazy bitch from Juniper Hills putting her clown outfit on. By the way, we find out that picture they took at the cemetery, yeah, that was her wearing that weird ass outfit. That's why that's the only picture that had something tangible in it. Crazy. Oh my God, why are these cars pulling up? Were you expecting someone?
No, I don't think so. Everybody black in the city here. Man, what's wrong with y'all, man? Oh, shit. Oh, this kid got a mask on. What do you think? You from the Strangers? Motherfucker think you from Sinister? Like, oh, no.
And now we're on to episode 7. The origin story of Bob Gray. 1908. And all of these kids are standing around, watching as this guy is so ugly, bro. God damn, he ugly. I mean, Pennywise is ugly, so now I understand, but God. It's kind of funny though, this guy, this Bob Gray guy, like he's built a little different than Pennywise. Like he's still tall, but he's kind of slim. Like he's more slim. I don't know if they made Pennywise have more like girth. Yo, girth is crazy, by the way. Hey, yo, bro, this dude's act is depressing. Is he dancing with a clown outfit that's empty? Is this supposed to be his wife? Yo, somebody just got to get him some pussy. I ain't gonna lie. If only they had Tinder in 1908. But at least his daughter's there helping him, makes a lot of sense. But anyways, that's the whole thing, that's why he's dancing with the clown outfit that's empty. And here's the little cemetery thing. I'm assuming that his wife died. Makes a lot of sense when you put 2 and 2 together. Now we see his daughter and Bob Gray having a conversation in the back, and we realize that this is just as ugly outside of the outfit as in it. He might be more ugly outside of it. Like, why is his head shaped like that? Now this dude is talking to her, having a conversation about how he's going to be putting her in the axe moving forward. It makes sense. He's even going to have her dressing up in the same outfit as his wife. Now in the middle of having a drink because he's depressed about his wife being gone and the fact that he gets no pussy, a little boy walks up to him from the woods and asks him to please help find his mom. Now you hear a woman screaming, and obviously this is probably some victim that Pennywise had that's screaming, or he's just messing with the guy's head. Either way, doesn't really matter. What does matter is that her dad's missing, and they found the handkerchief with a bunch of blood on it. So now Shorty knows that her dad got eaten by wolves. Wolves be eating people? I guess it makes sense, but I'm not gonna believe that wolves ate my dad. Let's go try to find them. Anyways, I digress. To the present. So these motherfuckers walk into this room, bro. And obviously, they got straps. Not gonna lie. But they're walking into a place full of military men who also have straps. So what are we talking about? So this dude Hank come out talking about, oh, well, no bloodshed. You can have me. You can take me. So all the men stop him. And they pull them Glocks out. Except for theirs are government issue. So be careful. Hey, put them down, boys. Put them down. This ain't the way to do things. He right. This ain't the way. Come on now, boys. We gonna get up out of here. We gonna be seeing y'all real soon there, boys. Real soon.
Hey, hold up. Oh, shit. Oh my God, they chained us shut. Oh, fuck. We're stuck in here, man. We gotta find a way out. Wait, hold up. Hey, why they turn the lights off, cuz? Oh, no.
And just like that, shit started getting physical. Or they shooting through the windows, throwing Molotov cocktails. Oh my God. All these people might die. Now everybody in the building is dying, obviously. I can't believe that they really did this. Like I know it's the 60s, so they're obviously going to get away with it. But my God. Now obviously they have to find a way out, and they end up finding through the floorboards that were weakened earlier by the fridge leaking. Thank God for the fridge being leaking. Anyways, Halloran was about to leave everybody, but then he realized that he should probably try to find the kids at least. So he ends up talking to this indigenous woman, which opens up a can of worms for all the dead people around him to hear and know that he's there and try to talk to him. He probably shouldn't have did that, but I digress. Anyways, he ends up finding that hole and he tries to help the kids. He gets most of them except for Marge and Rich. Pennywise is also in here literally eating people as they're dying, which is oh my God. But you remember when I told you to hold on to the fact that he's cooked and that would be very relevant? Well, this is exactly what I meant, because they are getting flame broiled. I'm talking like a Whopper. Why did I say Whopper? I could have said any other burger. Whoppers are fucking gross, but that's besides the point. Anyways, Rich realizes that Marge is about to die and he decides to save her by putting her in the refrigerator, closing it and sitting on top of it. Marge called him a knight, and he told her that knights don't just pee in buckets at night. They also save fair maidens. Wow, Rich is such a dreamboat, man. Such an awesome, strong Chad of a guy, saving her in this manner. Wow. Anyways, the deli guy's outside and everybody's done dipped off, but his car won't start. And oh, it's his wife. Wow.
Man, what the hell is you doing, bitch? Why aren't you at the house making me something to eat? We're out here playing in a clown uniform.
Now, obviously, after everyone gets out of there, or by everyone, I mean 23 people died. My God, 23? Putting up Wilt Chamberlain first 5 minutes of a game numbers. It's the same as Wilt Chamberlain because we didn't see him put those numbers up and we didn't see Pennywise kill those people. So it's kind of the same thing. Anyways, this crazy bitch from Juniper Hill done pulled up in her outfit and her husband's car just broke down. Well, I know he mad. All his friends left him. Oh my God, she murdered this nigga. Oh my God, he about to beat her ass.
And why the fuck you ain't at the crib making me food, guy?
You don't even need any food. Look at you. You look like you got a lean gut. You and Lil Pump have the same stomach. And right before Shorty almost got struck, Pennywise struck first. Smoked his dumbass, ate his brains, and then hugged her and told her he's about to hibernate, which would have been okay except for the fact that she realizes in this moment that this is not her dad. What did you do with my dad?
Oh, I ate him. Oh, he tasted so good too. Oh, Pennywise loves to eat people. Do you want to get eaten next?
Oh my God. Oh no.
Come to Papa.
And right then he shows her the deadlights. Oh my God. Smoked her dumbass. What happens when they get shown the deadlights? Does he absorb their soul? I'm confused. Anyways, that doesn't matter. It's the next day and the firemen show up. They done pulled Marge out. Rich is dead, obviously. It's kind of fucked up, but it is what it is. Now Charlotte done showed up and they find Hank in the woods. We gotta get him out of here. Now Halloran is obviously tripping because, the motherfucker can see dead people. They're literally surrounding confronting him right now, talking to him, telling him,
You gotta get back. You gotta spin back for us. Spin back for us. Spin back for us.
now he explains to the major and the general that he can find one of these pillars, that this indigenous woman can lead him straight to it. And that's what they're gonna do. So they do, and they get one of the artifacts. This is bad. And I'll explain to you why it's bad. Right after we watch Ronnie and Marge tell Lily that Rich is dead. Rich died. Oh my God, no! All right, moving on. Now, these assholes take this artifact and they do exactly the opposite of what they said they were going to do. They said they were going to take it and they were going to pin him in, keep him close, make sure that he can't get away. But what they're really going to do is try to take it and unleash Pennywise on the world, because it'll keep the world safe. Fear is what the general feels like is going to keep the world safe from, crime and harm. No. Now, the major is not trying to hear this shit. So he pops up, pulls the gun on everybody and tells them to release that artifact. Oh, nah, this is not playing with them, cuz. But obviously, they pulled the gun back on him. Hit him with the reverse Uno. We're in trouble, though, because this man Pennywise was in a big pool of blood and body parts and all types of shit. Just resting, hibernating. But as soon as his artifact got destroyed, he wakes up and realizes that he's free. Now, Will's at the house and pick up the phone.
Hey, pick the phone up, cuz.
Hello? Hey, nothing's okay. It's my dad and everything's just wrong right now. Can't get over the fact that Rich is gone. He died like that. He must have suffocated. Lungs bursting like popcorn. Makes my mouth water. I can smell his stinky little.
Hey, shut up, Bucky.
You're not scaring me. Speak up. I can't hear you.
I can hear you.
And just like that, he put Will in the deadlights. Oh my God. And that's the end of episode 7.
And now, on to the finale.
Dun, 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 dun. Yo, wait a minute. Whoa. Is that The Mist? I knew that they were going to work The Mist until Welcome to Derry because of Stephen King, but I did not know that The Mist actually hit Derry. Oh, nah. Okay, I'm not going to lie. You know that this is about to be some bullshit for multiple reasons, but mainly because the artifact is gone. And now he can pretty much do whatever he wants. Hello? Hello? Is this thing on? Kids, upperclassmen, you are dismissed. But everyone else, please go to the assembly for an impromptu assembly. What do we have to go to the assembly for? What is going on? And it's kind of misty outside. You think they're smoking za? Hello, kids. Okay, gather around for Pennywise, the dancing clown. Wait, Pennywise? The dancing clown? Yep, that's it. 5 minutes into the episode. And here we go. Pennywise is hitting 30 children with the deadlights. Pennywise, please, sir, relax. Is what I would like to tell you he would do, but I would be lying. Pennywise has collected all of these children and is traveling with them to get out of town. You see, what Pennywise has to do is get to the very furthest point away from the artifacts, which is across a big river, past a deadwood tree. And I know that you guys are like, oh, it's not gonna take that long. But you have to remember, this is 1962 and he's in a carriage right now. Wait a minute though. How was the carriage moving? Does he have a horse? So many questions. So little time. Now the kids are together at the secret hideout spot, and they're realizing that this mist is taking over the town. But also, where the hell is Will at? Now obviously he is affecting the entire town, and they realize at this moment, after seeing the principal's head missing, that all of their friends are missing. And by missing, I mean Pennywise has them in a giant ass line behind the carriage. What a sick bastard. Guys, oh my God, look, it's Will on a missing poster. Oh my God. And I want to kill that fucking clown. Oh, I'm gonna do it to him. Oh my God, why are we all trying to ride on this one bike? Marge, you're too fucking fat. I told you to stop eating burgers every day. Oh my God, whatever guys. Wait a minute. Is that a milk truck? The milk truck gave me PTSD because my dad left for the milk when I was a child and he never returned. Now Leroy's back at home and he's trying to call and find out what's going on with his son. But guess who greets him? Pennywise, the dancing clown.
Hello?
Oh, if it isn't the man that isn't afraid of anything, what scares a man like you? Is it the fact that I have your son with me?
Man, don't you touch my son, cuz. Dad, please help me. Man, I'm right here, son. I swear to God, I'm gonna do that to this clown when I see him, cuz. I'm hitting him with all types of shit. 5.56s, AR-15s. I'm hitting him with FN bullets, man. I'm hitting him with everything, cuz. I swear to God, you think his ass got hit with a score streak, cuz.
So Leroy at this point is trying to figure out what he needs to do, but he needs somebody to help him. So he goes to Dick Halloran. Yo, this man name is Dick Halloran.
Hey, yo!
Grown ass man, by the way. Anyways, Leroy's explaining to Halloran that he needs him to help. You gotta come with me so we can figure out what to do about my son and his friends and everybody else has been affected by this. Cause it ain't no way in the world that we letting this lame ass clown get away with this. So they hop in the Jeep and they end up popping over to Rose's farm. Man, Halloran talking about it's cold, Lee. It's cold. Man, shut your bitch ass up. Now they pop up and obviously Charlotte is very upset. Smacking him, hitting him. I hate seeing a baddie sad like this. That man Leroy better treat his wife better, because if not, somebody else going to. You feel me? What are we supposed to do?
Man, look, man. A mother's connection to his son is strongest, okay? So all we gotta do is, it's not gonna help. What you mean it's not gonna help? Exactly what I said. You have to get a last artifact to the Great Pine. That's where we used to grow the Zai when we were growing up. Bro, I ain't gonna lie, why do you sound like Mickey Mouse right now? You know what, cuz? I don't got time to argue, man. How are we supposed to help my son? Okay, so we're gonna give Halloran some psychedelics called maturing root. Wait, we talking about the giant turtle? Look, this is gonna connect you to all things to the realm, and then you're gonna be able to help us finding the dagger.
And that's exactly what Halloran does. He takes the psychedelics and then, oh my God, he got high after like 3 seconds. I'm not gonna lie.
Whatever you do no.
Bro seen the dagger immediately, that it was with Lily, Ronnie, and Marge, and that they're fighting over it because the dagger has very strong powers. It's kind of like the ring from Lord of the Rings, you know? The dagger got Lily acting like Smeagol right now, no cap.
My precious.
Oh my God, where's the dagger at? Look at her, she fiending. She bleeding from her eyebrow and still trying to ask about this dagger. She don't even want Ronnie or Mars to touch it. Anyways, they decided at this point that there's no need in arguing about this dagger and that they gotta keep going. But Halloran tells them that Lily and the girls, they have it. And they're on their way to find Will. At least somebody's on their way to find him. Jesus. Now they hop in Rose's van and they end up dipping off. This guy that's driving, her nephew, something bad's gonna happen to him, by the way. Just wanted to warn you about that. Now basically, the dagger just wants to go home. That's where it originated from. So it's trying to get the kids to take it there. The problem is, it's from some primordial place called the Macroverse. God, it's very convoluted, but basically maturing, Pennywise, and there's 10 other things that are a part of these guardians, and they are in the Macroverse. They're like these godlike primordial aliens. Basically, they shape the world. It just so happens that maturing and Pennywise are the exact opposites, like yin and yang. Now the girls are fighting over this dagger right now because it's got a very strong force over him, one that is interrupting her mind. Ronnie had to literally slam her to snap her out of it. Lily was talking heavy, by the way. This is all your fault, and you're stupid, Dad, and he's black, and I hate black people, y'all are apes. I mean, it's not what she really said, but it's basically what she said, you know. Now they're in the van and they realize that Pennywise is on the way. The kids find out and the adults find out at the same time. Except for it's really sad for the adults because they realize that they're not going to be able to catch up to him by the time he gets to the dead wood. So they think that maybe Halloran can get in his mind like he did before when they were in the big ass helicopter, airship, spaceship, whatever, bro. They were in the fucking air, I don't know. So they go and they find Will and they're trying to grab him, but here comes Pennywise, draped in blood, bro. Why does his mouth look like that? Who gave this dude a horn, bro? He played too much. Anyways, he tries to run up on him, but they have the dagger that is keeping him at bay. The problem is, though, it's only going to protect the person holding it. The other two people are vulnerable, unless, you know, they're obviously very close and connected, but they didn't think about that. And guess who ends up getting grabbed up? Marge! Oh my God, and her glasses fell. Someone needs to take her back to Lens Crafter.
Oh, I've always wondered how you taste, Margaret Tozier.
Tozier? Oh, not yet. Not Tozier yet. First comes love, then comes marriage, then comes Richie and the baby carriage. Unless he dies with you, your son. Don't you recognize your little boy?
And then we realize in this moment that Pennywise is a primordial being who is all-knowing, omnipotent, and he knows that the Losers Club are going to be the ones to stop him, that Richie and his friends end up killing him one day. So he's trying to stop them in this timeline. This is how we find out the basically plot point of knowing what these shows are going to be about. He's trying to stop Marge and her friends here to stop the Losers Club from being a thing in the future. And it's not going to work, obviously, because of plot convenience and the fact that we know that there's a part 2. So he's going to try again, but in 1940, and then again in 1906. That's basically how these shows are going to go. It's really cool for a lot of reasons because it creates a dynamic in which it feels new even though it's old. Like, we know that he's going to get stopped by the Losers Club. However, this opens up a whole realm of possibility because in one of these timelines, what if he doesn't fail? What if he succeeds at stopping them? Does that mean the Losers Club never stopped him in the beginning? This could lead to a whole new Pennywise movie, one of which there's an alternate reality where he stops the Losers Club from existing and he's still alive after 1989. It's kind of crazy when you think about it, but definitely possible. Anyways, Halloran has succeeded in getting in Pennywise's brain, which has stopped him from eating Marge, at least for the time being. The problem is, though, as soon as they almost got to the Deadwood, here comes the general and his men shooting them. You remember when I told you Rose's nephew, something bad was going to happen to him? Well, here it is. He dies. Got shot in a major artery in his neck. He is no longer with us. This man Pennywise woke up in the carriage as Bob Gray, getting talked to heavy by the band of the circus.
Hey, what's up with you, Bob? We found you outside, man, all beat up. I'm not Bob. I am a god in these old worlds.
Smack him, smack him. Oh my God, why did he smack him like this? Violated him. The problem is, though, the soldiers have stopped everyone, including Leroy, Halloran, and the rest of the gang. Now, the problem is, since this all happened, then we've obviously seen it happen, we see the truth, and so does Pennywise. Halloran's grasp on his brain has become weakened, and he's seen a black hand. He then kicks Halloran outside of the carriage and wakes up to the general, telling him that, oh, you're free to go. Everything's okay. We're gonna undo everything that they did. You're gonna be able to roam the world. What a bitch. Because of this, Pennywise almost leaves until he smells exactly who it is, the general. And you know, Pennywise doesn't like to let any of his kills go. So as soon as he realized who it is, he tried to eat his ass. And by try, I mean he literally ate him. He ate his head off. Now at this point, Pennywise is free, and the kids are trying their hardest to get the dagger to the Deadwood tree, or the Great Pine. Why do I keep saying Deadwood? Is that what it's called? I feel like I'm tripping right now. But anyways, that doesn't matter. What does matter is, after getting a pep talk from his father about not having to be Leroy, but being himself, he has decided to lead him and the kids put and bury this dagger away. The problem is, though, Pennywise is literally running towards him like nothing happened. But you remember what I told you earlier. Leroy said he was going to hit him with them 5.56s, and that's what happened. Bro, he shot this dude's head off. Right after this, he got hit with the deadlights, though, like nothing happened. But still, he hit him with a Modern Warfare 2 gun. Straight smoked his ass. Now the kids are back at the tree, but they're having a very hard time getting the dagger to be buried. It's like the dagger doesn't want to be buried, you know? It wants to go home. And then they hear this flute playing, and it's Rose's ancestor. Now at this point, I'm thinking to myself, what could she possibly do to help them? And then it happens. The goat! Richie Rich. Oh yeah, you know what time it is. My man Rich is in the building, cuz. And he goes to help the kids. And they finally bury the dagger, which then makes Pennywise freak the fuck out and explode into his true form, which is the lights, and go back to where he belongs. At least for 27 years. He's gonna be back. Trust and believe that. But at least for now, they can have a moment to breathe. I felt him too. I felt him too. My bad. Lily just said that after they realized that Rich was helping them. Sad, but also funny. Now everybody's having a swell time. Except for Rose, because her nephew got shot in a major artery, but that's besides the point. Everyone else is doing okay. Now they go to Ricardo, aka Rich, aka the Goat's funeral, and Marge gives a heartfelt speech about what it means to be friends. There are no bad friends or good friends, only friends. Which is bullshit, because there are bad friends, I'm just saying. Like literally. I guess you could make the argument that bad friends aren't really your friends, but I would say that they probably were your friend at some point. And if they were your friend at some point, they are your friends. They're just not good at it. Look at Rich being at his own funeral. It's kind of heartwarming, but also very depressing at the same time. Seeing all the kids cry is not helping. If I told you I didn't shed a tear during this moment, I'd be lying. I was watching this with my friends on Discord, and I had to mute myself. You cry on Discord one time, and the next thing you know, it's the Chili's theme song. This is a baby back, baby back, baby back, baby back, baby back. Chili's baby back, bitch. You know, seeing all of this and realizing that Marge is Richie's mom, it makes sense why she kept telling him not to go mess with those kids. Oh, look at Marge walking back, seeing Rich's airplane in the tree. Even Lily went to go talk to her dead dad. Tells her dad how she's not a failure. Now she made some good friends, some new friends. Wow, what a swell conversation. Now in this moment, Marge talks to Lily about Pennywise being omnipotent and how basically he knows the past, present, and future, that his death was his birth. Kind of crazy, because I wonder if when they killed Pennywise in the present, if this other Pennywise from a different timeline was born, I guess it makes sense, because if he's primordial and he knows everything, like if he's an omnipotent being and him dying made himself from the past realize that he dies in the future, then that Pennywise would technically be different because he would have a different mindset. So it's technically not the same Pennywise, yet a different one. Makes perfect sense when you think about it like that. Now Halloran comes in and tells Leroy that he's going to the hotel, this Overlook Hotel, you know, The Shining. He's from The Shining. I didn't know if you guys realized that. Rose decided to sell the farm and move on. Will and Ronnie kissed. and they leave Derry. And you know the crazy lady at the end, she somehow survived the deadlights, the one from Juniper Hill. And she's old and she hears someone screaming. So she goes to go see what it is, and a woman hung herself, and it's Beverly's mom. Yes, Miss Kirsch. She is the lady from the part 2 of the 2017 movie. Remember when Beverly went in there and the old lady was scaring her, and then you seen Bob Gray's pictures everywhere, and Bob Gray was there, but it was Pennywise, but it was Bob Gray. Oh my God, it just blew my mind. Anyways, that is the finale of Welcome to Derry Part 1. My God.